We're on 36, right? 136.
136, yes. Welcome, and this is the ADLR Podcast. This week we got monsters versus Godzillas versus Kongs and versus monsters.
Oh,
Right? That's what I'm feeling this Monday. It's just like what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like why wasn't I sleeping all day? You know?
Yeah.
But here we are. What the
Yeah.
fuck happened there? Okay, I didn't know you can just double click it and it'll dock. That's new. That's
What?
odd too. I double clicked
What's
the dock, and OBS. You know you can make custom docks like any Twitch chat. I double clicked on it and it went back to the main window.
Huh.
So that's new. You're welcome. Free tech tip. Don't call me Linus. Anywho, but you can call me Anthony, the host of this podcast, ADLR Podcast. I'm joined by Brian.
Eh.
We got Weird down below me.
yo.
And Randall out there just making sure Instagram's still running. Those servers are still online.
What's up?
That's good. Oh, shoot. And we're here with a monster-packed episode. We have Godzilla versus... Yeah, there's a bunch of monsters. There's Monster Hunter. There's Love and Monsters. There's Godzilla versus Kong. All right? We are monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're out here just doing it. So...
Monstars?
We're the Monstars.
Space
Speaking of which, did you see the Space Jam 2 trailer?
No.
No, I haven't seen it. The one starting with Ron.
Yeah.
I like. It's one of those that I'm like, I want to see it because Space Jam was awesome. I don't want to see it because the original Space Jam was amazing and it doesn't need a reboot.
I'm with you that I don't think it needed a reboot, but the trailer, I'm like, it'll be fine. Like, I don't hate the trailer, but I'm not like, I cannot wait to see this, you know? It's gonna be like, I'll watch it when it's for free, you know? Like,
it's kind of like the Ghostbusters thing. Like, the original Ghostbusters was amazing. And then they like revamped it with the female cast, and like I went and saw it because it's Ghostbusters. But at the same time, I'm like, it was okay, but because it's not the Ghostbusters.
yeah, and it's fine because that's the same way I felt with the Ocean's 8, which was it's Ocean's 11, but it's not Ocean's 11. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same. It doesn't have that same magic.
As a quick note, I may have to jump off. They're doing a release tonight. It doesn't really have anything to do with our team. But the last time they did it, it broke some stuff from our team. So I'm kind of on standby, and I'm just like waiting for them to, message me and be like, "Hey, shit hit the fan."
Got it.
So
do you want to get through your stuff first, so that just in case you have to dip?
No. Just go. Just do whatever.
Okay. I figured we start off with what we saw together, which was Monster Hunter. So for those who don't know, Monster Hunter is a cat game by Capcom where you as a player hunt huge monsters. You destroy them, you scavenge whatever they drop, and eat like a tail part, like not their armor, their skin, like their hides or whatever, and make weapons to fight harder monsters, and that's the loot. And the combat's usually pretty fun. Unless you get stuck with some like weird combination of other monsters attacking at the same time, then you're frustrated because you don't know what the hell's happening, but for the most part, it's fantastic. Tencent decided we need to make a movie out of this. And I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. I don't remember the trailer, so I can't speak if the trailer got me hype or not. Anywho, last week, we're like, let's watch this, right? It came out recently. Let's see what this thing has to offer. I'm not a huge Monster Hunter lore, so anybody in the chat can correct me when the time comes, but I know a little bit, you know? I've dabbled in that world, right? Like I went in there, killed some monsters, ran on expeditions. I know some stuff. So the thing that threw me off first was it had to do with, they start off with military people. And I'm like, there's not that in Monster Hunter world. But they used it as a narrative device that's, as we, the audience who's never seen Monster Hunter, we're the military people coming into the world going, what the fuck is that? Like, I guess it's the way to prime anyone who's like never played the game or whatever the case is. Which sort of worked for like the first 4 minutes before everyone started getting slaughtered. Or spoilers, by the way, because as much as the fun we had watching this, I can't recommend this movie. Any
it had so much potential. Like
that's the most. That's what
that's
hurts me
yeah,
the
it's
most.
the infuriating part. Is like there was so much potential, and they just were like, okay, so here's all the really cool stuff about the Monster Hunter world. Oh, okay, now we're gonna go over here. No, come back here. Like, what are we doing here? This is ridiculous.
So the movie starts off with, hey, military people are on a regular mission of some sort. They get hit with some crazy time jumping parallel universe hitting storm that takes them to the Monster Hunter world. And they land in some sort of sand dune area. And their first instinct is the first thing to greet them there is Diablos. Is that what his name was?
Yeah,
Rathalos.
Was the first thing to greet them. So that's the thing they're running away from. And then at night, I don't know what the name of the spider creatures were, but they were introduced to that and they were trying to survive. And I'm telling you, the names that were in the military, it was the chick from Resident Evil. I always forget her name. I'm sorry.
Mila Jovovich.
Mila
Jovovich, T.I., and then there was like one other really big name.
The chick.
Or like a name that like is, she's not like huge, but she's not exactly small either. Like not,
she's
like
recognizable.
Person. Yeah. And it was like just it was like worse than Attack on Titan. Just slaughtered everybody.
The people, I'm thinking it was the way the movie started, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, we're gonna get all their backgrounds and stuff, and they'll learn to become a monster hunter on their own. No, like 90% of them gone in the first like 10 minutes, and it's like, okay, so who's left?
And then that like they introduce Ron Perlman and Tony Jaa's characters immediately, and then you just don't see them again for like
the last 10
the first
minutes,
hour.
And that leads me to my first complaint. The pacing is just so weird. Like, we start off in this desert fighting one monster the entire time, and that's half of the movie. Once you pass that part, they venture off to past the sand area because Diablos was guarding it, but they took so long building up fighting that monster. I'm like, okay, go ahead, Brian.
Is it not Rathalos?
Rathalos is the last guy.
At the end, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
You got me fucked up just now. I'm like,
forgot
what?
There was something in the beginning. I forgot that there were two different things.
Which was a cool battle. Like, again, the battle stuff, I'm like, oh, that's pretty neat. It's a little cheesy because it's live action, so it doesn't like look like right in terms of comparing it to the game, obviously, because that's animation. But I mean, it was hype. But then they spend an hour with that because they had to go back into the spider thing to go get some arrows to help defeat the big guy, which kind of is in line with Monster Hunters. Like, oh, let me go go hunt other monsters to make a better weapon or upgrade my weapon or better armor, etc., so I can go fight this big other dude and take him out and then move on. The problem with that is the first hour was done for that, and so the last 30? It was like an hour and 30, right?
43-minute movie. It was an hour and 43-minute movie. But literally the first hour was spent in the desert trying to get to the stuff.
And that's unfortunate because as soon as you get a taste of it, the movie's over. So you fight the sand stuff and you're like, okay, cool, we're done. We're moving on to other stuff. Maybe they show more monsters. They start showing off like the herbivores that live in that actual world in Monster Hunter, and you're like, oh, sweet. So we're gonna see a bunch more. What I'm thinking is they almost like literally quick cut from that to, oh, I'm Ron Perlman. I'm like, where? What happened? There was no traveling to whatever destination. It was just Game of Thrones season 8. Just, oh, we're there now. Next, we're there now. Next, we're there now. So you took all that time in the beginning to be like, oh, this is this character. He can't communicate. That was a pretty funny banter between them. Oh, we're building up to fight this big ass thing. It was a triumph to just back to back to back to scenes. And I'm like, what? Why are we rushing through this? And then again, but it leads to one big ass battle at the end, which was pretty cool. And then they rush through that in some way. And I'm like, so the cool shit you showed us earlier, they don't use. And then that's it. Credits roll.
They only showed like the only real Monster Hunter World stuff they showed were the monsters. Like anybody who knows the Monster Hunter World knows that you have like all these cool weapons and abilities and things like that. They didn't even start showing that, like other than Tony Jaa's character with the giant bow, which I mean, he like that's nothing really like amazing, at least not the way they portrayed it. And then like as they're getting ready to go to the final fight for the Diablos, they show her with the two like massive daggers and then like using the magic and whatever, and she's like, "What the fuck was that? You can't just do that to somebody, you know?" And then they don't even fucking use it against the Diablos.
No, which is unfortunate because I thought they were gonna start like expanding on that the second it happened because he had like a chest full of weapons. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And maybe she'll pick a weapon and whatever. She got the dual blades and then she started doing that fire thing. I'm like, oh, lit. And I also thought about that when he opened the chest. I'm like, those other weapons could have been for the other 7 people you slaughtered the first 5 minutes of this movie. Like they could have all had like literally a party, like if you were playing the game and someone could be like a tank or something aggro or whatever the case is, and you could have played that a bit.
I mean, at least if they got slaughtered using that stuff, like at least that would be
that's different.
You know.
Yeah, these guys were just shooting guns until they died, and it's like after the first 7 magazines you put into that monster and nothing happened, stop shooting. You know?
Why did you not lead with the rocket launcher? Like, let's be honest here.
And also that. I don't know. Well, Randall, Brian, you guys want to chime in there? What did you think? Randall, you haven't played Monster Hunter before, right?
No.
What do you think as I guess coming in there like not with that those expectations?
I don't really have anything against the Resident Evil lady, but I kind of assumed that when she was in it that it wasn't going to be a good movie.
Oh, she has like that track record?
Well, she has that track record for me when it comes to Resident Evil movies. All the ones that she was in,
Oh, she was in all of them, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
I
unfortunate.
mean, the first one, I don't necessarily think that's her fault. I feel like the first one was good. I think the second one was good, and then after that, it was just all kind of downhill because of the direction. That wasn't necessarily like her being bad at acting.
I don't think I've seen past the first one, right? Or maybe the second one?
We've seen a couple of them. I don't know if we saw all of them, though.
But that was back when I was still like a youngster, still terrified of Resident Evil. So like I was like, oh no, horror movies, no thanks. I do need to rewatch it to see how cheesy it's gotten, you know? Kush in my chat says Resident Evil movies are abysmal. Yeah. I don't remember much guys watching
really
those.
Likes Resident Evil, so that's probably another reason why. But I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember seeing any of them. Like that was good. It was like something to watch.
And there were some funny moments. I think what movie was it where the guy dies in the tank smoking cigarette?
The third one.
That was the third one, so I saw the third one.
There's like 5.
That he dies at the end smoking a cigarette.
No. Sorry, he said he started to say the last one, but there's like 5 Resident Evil movies.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't know. So besides her, I guess, what were you expecting? What do you think of the monsters? I know 3D dude.
I don't have a problem with her. Like, I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's Lilu, isn't it?
Yes.
So I don't have a problem with her. I've seen her acting really good. It's just a track record with the Resident Evil movie, so I didn't have high hopes going into watching this.
So cautious, optimistic. I guess cautious, neutral.
I just wanted to see what Tony Jaa was going to do. I mean, he couldn't
Wasn't
exactly.
much.
Which, yeah, unfortunately, he didn't get a time to shine.
I couldn't. I don't know. I can't really speak on the lore because I don't know the lore.
Right. But from what they gave you, what do you thought? From the lore they gave you.
What do you thought?
What did you think? Did I say what you thought? That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. I say he did.
I say he did. I need that sound. You gotta remind me after this.
He just threw you. Threw him.
Did he just threw him?
I think the most interesting part of me to the whole movie was the spider stuff.
Oh, okay. It did have like a very like suspense.
To me, that was the best part of the movie because it was like, I'm indifferent when it comes to everybody getting body at the beginning of the movie because I think when done right, that can set the tone for the movie. It's like the situation that they're in is serious to the point where they start knocking off like well-known actors and actresses. But again, if it's done right. But to me, the best part of the movie had to do with those spider things because it was like everyone was getting taken out, and then on top of it, it's like it was just a bad situation. It was like people wasn't just getting killed, but they were being used as like I forget what you would call it, but like a
it was like a harvesting
yeah,
thing. So
yeah,
they will use them as like
breeding harvest.
yeah, like a breeding vessel. So like a bunch of spiders and shit will come out of their bodies and stuff. So it's like, whoa, that's fuck. It's like a horror flick. The Spiders
Yeah.
verse was like a little horror flick.
Yeah, that's why to me that's in my opinion, to me that was the best part of the movie because it was
Suspenseful.
terrifying.
Mhm.
It was suspenseful. It was kind of raw because, like I said, people was dying left and right, and it was just a really bad situation to be in, man. It was one of those situations I think in the movie where it's like someone didn't make a bad decision. It's just one of those situations where people are trying to keep it together, but the situation just keeps getting worse.
It escalates quickly because when they
Yeah.
first ran into them, it was because they were running away from the Diablos, and then they went to like a little cavern, not knowing those guys hate sunlight, and those folks were just waiting for them. Like, oh, free food, thanks. Or
And there's something about enemies or monsters or anything like that that's like very similar to what Brian doesn't like, and that's the whole standing in a silhouette or standing somewhere and you can only see the silhouette of something and it's just staring at you.
uh-huh.
This particularly didn't happen in this movie, but that whole standing there staring at you. So it was like it was some cuts where like they were outside in the sun
yeah,
and they would look where they were just at, like the hole that they just came out of, and they're all just standing there
they're
looking
just like,
at them.
you better run, fucker, because you come back, I'm killing you.
Like it to me, it gives me a deeper
Distress.
feeling of stress
Uh-huh.
because it's like they're literally it's not like you escaped and then they left and they went back down in their hole or whatever. Like they're literally sitting there just hoping something an opportunity like comes up so they can get you.
Like you forgot your wallet, and you're like, you got to come back for this.
Yeah. Or like a quick eclipse comes and then it's open season. I don't know. Everything else was
I mean, I agree with Randall. Like, I think if you kill off characters in the right way, it works. I feel like this whole movie was just done completely wrong. Like,
I think
there's
they,
so much more they could have done.
I just think I think they focus on the wrong things as a first movie to this world. That makes sense.
Yes,
Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
they could have, like, if they're gonna kill all those characters off, that's fine. They should have brought in the other characters from Tony Jaa's crew and Ron Perlman and whatever, like from the beginning. You know, like what was the point of even like showing him like get off the boat? Like it didn't do anything. It was kind of a waste of screen time. They could have shown the people coming into the new world and then him just being there, and it wouldn't have made any difference to the movie.
Yeah, I wish they would have just met up with them like when they came in, and then they taught them about it. Like if we were supposed to be the military people as the audience, they didn't teach me as much. I mean, I know the lore, so I'm kind of pretending here, but they didn't teach me enough to be like, okay, now I know how this works. What do we need to do? How these weapons work? What are they made? Like it was just, hey, we're ad-libbing it, credits, and it's like, okay, well, there is monsters. There's Monster Hunter monsters in it, so. And then the end with that cliffhanger, it's like, yo, like this is the meat that you should have put in throughout the whole movie, not this. Oh, it's about to get fucking lit credits. Okay, well, I don't know. That it's just like Kelsey said before, like it's just the fucking potential. It breaks your heart when they just crush it in the wrong way. Like when they're just like they just throw it on the ground. It's like, yeah, we just shat on that fucking potential.
Then the one-hit wonder at the very end with the final boss fight and whatever.
Yeah,
Like, it was technically a 2-hit wonder, but the whole thing was just kind of disappointing overall.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, don't tell me he's gonna one-shot it in some anime-ass way, and sure enough, like I haven't faced that Rathalos before, but I don't think he goes down that. It wasn't easy, but he doesn't go down like that, right? That's
I
just
doubt it.
I
I
don't.
don't think so. I think it makes Ian genuinely pissed to see a Rathalos, so I think that's probably for a reason.
Yeah, I would imagine he's like a fucking pain in the ass. And the fight before that little one or like that 1-shot or 2-shot, that was awesome. Everybody started using their swords, their powers and stuff. The effects look great. Like I'm like, oh, this is what we came to see, and there was only like what 3 minutes of that, and then they quickly got rid of Rathalos, and it was over. And I'm like, well, what happened, bro? You know. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with what I was saying before. I don't recommend watching this, and especially if you're like a huge Monster Hunter fan, you're gonna be pissed off.
Yes.
I would imagine you would be. If you're not a huge Monster Hunter fan, give it a shot. Maybe you'll enjoy some of the like the spider stuff is definitely very suspenseful, and then the monster fights are pretty enjoyable. It's just they're either too short or they're just like really those that easy kind of thing. I don't know. What do you guys think, Brian? What you haven't said anything on this yet?
At first, I was gonna say if you want something to watch this. But then the movie we saw later in the week, it kind of just made me realize, that you don't. This gives you nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll get to that. That's our other monster movie. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys recommend? Would you guys recommend it at all? Or
I don't recommend this
No,
movie.
not really. No.
Gotcha.
Like it was such a huge disappointment. The thing that's the most, like we've said this already several times, it's super infuriating because it had so much potential, and they just didn't use any of it.
Mhm.
And then when they started to use it, it was there for 4 seconds, and then they moved on with stuff. And it's like, come on.
Let it breathe. Like have them walk around the world, introduce them to new freaking monsters. Like
It's
show
not
off
even
the
like they're having
characters.
to come up with stuff. They have this massive world that they could be using, and they focused on like 2 creatures for over an hour and didn't even use anything Monster Hunter related other than his bow,
Yeah.
and that was it. Like
They just suck.
ridiculous.
If they do make a sequel, please just do more.
Okay.
Like I don't do this again.
What did it get on its ratings? Like what?
Oh,
Do we
good
know?
question. I don't know off the top of my head, but I can
So-
go look it up.
Apparently got a 71% for the user score on that TMDB that you linked. Let's see what it got on.
On Rotten.
Yeah.
I should do Rotten for the most part because that's like an aggregate of a bunch of sites and reviewers, and then there's a user reviewer to see. I like seeing the user reviewer because sometimes the user reviewer is like, "Oh, it's a 96" because it's just a fun ass time, and the critic's like, "No shit," and it's like 12. I'm like, but it was still fun to watch.
But Rotten Tomatoes just doesn't want to load for some reason.
Oh snap! Are they getting like DDoS or something?
I don't know.
There's always someone who thinks it's a good movie. Yeah, that's the beauty of art. It's subjective. We can sit here and be like, "Nah, we don't recommend this." Someone can watch it and be like, "Yo, I love this movie." You know?
So IMDb gave it a 5.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 47%, and Metacritic gave it a 47%.
Yeah.
But 74% of Google users like this movie. And I'm trying to. Rotten Tomatoes won't pull up, so I can't get.
70. According to Kush in my chat, he says it's 47 for critics and 70% for our audience. What is up, Johan in the chat? Thank you for showing up.
Johan.
We just finished talking about Monster Hunter because we didn't want to upset you.
Like, I don't even really know like all the lore, and I was angry. Okay, there were so many cool things they could have done, and when they started to show them, it was like garbage.
It's like
how
trailer.
they do it. Yeah, like when they finally meet up with Ron Perlman's crew again, he walks in with this massive 2-handed sword and is just kind of swinging in a circle, throwing fire off of it, and then Mila Jovovich's character is just kind of
doing some weird stuff, and I'm like
throwing fire off it. Things are moving around them, and it's like, what is this, a rain dance? What are we doing here? Like, what are we trying to accomplish?
Fire. The fight beforehand with his crew, it started off great, and then they again messed it up. They did it too quickly, and then the final fight with Perlman's crew, and I'm like, oh, they're actually using the weapons. There's great effects. It's awesome. And then as soon as you start liking it, they're like, let's fuck it up. I'm like, cool. And then they had to do that freaking 2-hit kill on Rathalos, the guy who nobody thinks can get 2-hit. Like, right? I don't know. That's that. I don't recommend it, especially if you're a Monster Hunter fan. I think you'll probably be insulted. If you're not, then you might enjoy it more. Randall, you haven't said anything. Do you recommend it? was like a whatever.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's like, hey, if you watch it, cool. If not, fuck it. Got it. Now let's that was the bad monster. Let's go to a not so bad monster movie. So we finally saw, not finally, it came out last week, Godzilla versus Kong. I did not watch the previous movies. So I'm going in this without knowing Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then the other
Yeah.
Godzilla. There's supposed to be 3 movies prior to this. I didn't see any of those. I wanted to see Kong Skull Island, but I just never got to. Go ahead,
Wait.
Brian.
You also saw the first Godzilla.
Brian, again, you're confusing them. The one with Bryan Cranston is not part of this.
Okay, I thought it was.
No,
You lying to me?
I'm pretty sure it's not. I can
Yeah,
go
it is.
the Bryan Cranston one.
Yeah, all 3 of them are linked.
You're 100% positive because there was
Yeah.
okay.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, I missed it. I was answering something from work.
The Bryan Cranston. There's a Bryan Cranston Godzilla, then the Millie Bobby Brown Godzilla, and now this one, Godzilla versus Kong. And Kong had 1 movie prior to this, but I could have sworn there was 2 movies after the Bryan Cranston one.
So that there's Godzilla 2014 with Bryan Cranston. There's Godzilla King of the Monsters. There's Godzilla. I don't know if this is actually part of it, but Godzilla 3: The Planet Eater
No.
in 2018 on Netflix.
Nope,
No.
that's definitely not it. So okay, never mind. I saw one of the Godzillas then, and nothing for
tell
Kong.
you.
Anywho, but going in there with that in mind, what I wanted from this movie was, I didn't want him to bitch out and be like, "Oh, it was a tie." I wanted them to have a definitive winner of the fight, and that's basically it. And some good action sequences, like fights against them. And on my end, they delivered. There was a winner. And some of those fight scenes were fucking sick. Kong was hitting some fucking Marvel combos. And what's the name was trying to play Gohan and with the beams. Like, it was awesome to watch those guys go at it.
Then when he had that battle axe,
Oof.
it was all over.
It was
Are we
dope.
going into spoilers or no?
That's what I want to say. If you guys want to go into spoilers on who won and whatnot, and we can discuss it. Because the fight scenes was badass. And with us discussing the fight scenes, we're going to spoil who won.
I only
I'm
have
gonna-
2 sentences, really. If we're going to spoilers, I have 2 sentences to say.
You have one about getting busy. And that's all you need to say.
No, there's a second one.
Oh, there is? Oh, okay. So starting in, all you said was he gets busy. So I'm like, okay. All right, so we're spoiling it. So if people haven't watched it and you want to find out who wins the fight, leave. Actually, pause this. Don't leave. And then watch it, come back and finish
Just
watching
mute
this.
it.
Yeah,
Or
mute
mute
it
it, I
and then
guess.
ask in chat.
Yeah. Anywho, bam. This ended up being a best of 3 fight. Okay? First fucking fight, Godzilla is in his habitat. That fucker was in water, dragging Kong along, bodying him.
Kong along.
Kong along, okay? I'll put in my accent if I need to, you know? Which, awesome fight as well. Jumping from like Navy ship to Navy ship, I'm like, dang, the destruction for the CG was great. When that fucker jumped off of things was breaking. Things were like breaking in half. Explosions when they ran through stuff. Godzilla went through a ship like it was literally a fucking piece of paper. And the thing was just exploding out of there. And I'm like, God, the amount of people dead. And yeah, Kong doing some crazy fucking shit. He was sedated though. I mean, a loss is a loss, my guy. When you ready, when you throw up
But
your
he
hands, that
did
means you
close.
ready. You know?
People have excuse. Oh, but they're in the water, bitch. Yeah, a good tactician that can do it in your. You're not gonna pull a Goku if you're trying to beat somebody.
He says he's a Zilla guy. So he was rooting for him.
Yeah, because he knows better.
No, I wanted Kong to win. I personally going in, I wanted Kong to win because I knew he's gonna hit him
Yeah,
with
so-
combos and stuff. But I was just,
To,
you know,
to set the mood of when we're watching.
yeah,
Randall, Team Kong.
yeah,
Anthony, Team Kong.
yeah,
I know what's gonna happen because
Get busy,
I've been
bro.
saying it before the movie happened.
yeah. That's true.
That was Team Zulu.
Brian's team ball, all right, because you know he get busy,
Shit. You know, fuck.
all right. Anywho, yeah, I definitely I wanted Kong to win. I don't know why. I related to him. You know what I'm saying? Just
Was your
hairy dude. Yeah. So I'm like, just beat the shit out of this fucking lizard. You know what I'm saying? Because I squish lizards when they come into my home. I didn't invite them. You know? Cancel. Anthony hates lizards.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little upset that Kong
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm like
Like,
damn.
I feel like round 2 definitely went to him, you know, but I feel
Yeah.
like round 3 was just all like it didn't feel like it was for some reason like not a fair playing field. I'm not trying to think of what like I'm trying to say. I just don't feel like it was really on his side at all. Like it just
What do you
he
mean?
didn't feel like he was there. In
Hey,
round 3?
On round 3, that's when they were both at their peak. Like round 3, he just got the axe. He came out of Hollow Earth ready to fucking throw down, and Godzilla was charged up and ready.
Yeah, and then like he used the axe a few times and it like
It cut
didn't
him.
do anything.
It did cut. It
Cut him in
went.
the leg.
It broke through his leg, but it wasn't enough because Godzilla was on that adrenaline and he fucking went in. That's the sad part.
Let me tell you why he won. All right. But we already know he got busy, so I'm gonna put that on the
Yeah.
floor. Round 1, zoned him. King Kong's a grappler brawler. He wasn't ready for the matchup, right? And he was like I don't know. He wasn't ready. Round 2, he's like, all right, let me rush him down a bit more.
Yeah.
Get some command grabs.
He did.
Won clean. Round 3, Godzilla, like the winner that he is, he's fought Jordan in his prime. He's fought Kobe in his prime. He knows how to ball. He gets busy. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna rush you down. I'm a grappler now. That's what he said. Bodied him. Put the fucking gang signs on his chest. He could have murdered him. The announcer said finish him. He said mercy.
Mercy.
He said friendship and walked away.
Yeah, fuck. And what I really liked about those fights, it wasn't a bunch of fucking, since it's all CG, they're like, we're not going to be doing some crazy cuts. We saw him grab him, throw his face against buildings, stomping them. Like, it was just lit. The axe coming in and connecting. I'm like, oh, that leg's got to hurt. And Godzilla's like, nah, fam, I got another leg to hop on so I can dunk on you. It was great, man. I think, the third round, I think he lost. Like, after like the few hits that Godzilla first started and he started scratching him up, I'm like, it's over. That man's gonna bleed out. It's over.
He stepped on
and then
him.
he
Yelled at him.
Yeah, yeah.
He walked away.
He stepped on him and then just fucking straight up 100 fucking decibels above hearing, just yelling at him. Great.
Look, before this movie, this conversation's happened multiple times, and on Twitter or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Anytime I'm part of it, I say, Godzilla free. Name someone else who gets busy. They say what? I send them the picture, and they still like, oh, he doesn't win. And then the simple question: Frank Ocean, Jay-Z, and Kanye knew what's a king to a god? King Kong, Godzilla. You already know who's gonna win.
Well, I'm gonna have to correct you on the free. That was not a free round. He won that second round convincingly, so that wasn't free. Free would have been 3-0.
Who were the rappers that you named? Jay-Z,
Kanye, and Frank Ocean.
There's a song together, and it starts off with Frank Ocean saying, "What's a king to a god?"
Eminem does it too.
We don't care about him.
I care about Eminem. But anyway, yeah, I'll get some more spoilers. Even though he lost, Kong came back with the craziest assist for the final fight. Where did he get that energy? Did someone throw him a sensu bean?
That was the
defib.
Yeah.
Oh, the defib. That's true. I forgot about the defib. That part came back swinging. I'm like, I thought there was gonna be like a round 4 afterwards.
Said it was the way. Yeah, they said they painted the narrative as like, yo, Kong, that's actually our guy, and it just followed basically trying to make it. I was getting upset because in my head it's like, oh, they're painting him out to win. The way the whole movie's set up, we're following the monkey the entire time. They're gonna try to make us root for him because the little girl was like,
okay,
and then it's like, oh, friend, you're home. Ouch, right? So in my head, like, they better not make him win just to fit the narrative. And then, boy, they did not do that.
I do like that they had a 3-round thing though.
Yes.
Like I would have been
Absolutely.
really pissed if it was just like a 1 or 2 round thing where, you know, there was like unless it was like a really decisive win, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's similar to the whole like if Kong had come in or Godzilla had come into Kong's territory, like they like had a bunch of trees or something that he could like leap off of and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Maybe it would have made a difference. Like, you know, in round 3, he definitely was using the buildings and that kind of thing. It just wasn't enough. But I'm really glad that they had like a
A back and forth.
round 1 clearly it was Godzilla, round 2 it was clearly Kong, and then round 3 it's like, oh shit, there's going to be a round 3. Let's do this.
And let me say this because this is 100% facts I'm about to spit. We wouldn't have gotten to that fight if the humans weren't there. King Kong would have been like King drowned. Let me just say that right now.
Although, yeah.
Well, those are facts. They would never have been fighting in the first place though, because he would never be in the open water. Like,
those are also facts.
To each other. They say at the movie they're like their ancestors, their enemies. They're bound to cross one way.
But what Kelsey's saying is like he would not be on that ship. He would still be back at his place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he would be on an island. He would never venture out into the water for no reason.
To beat his ass. That's the reason.
Brian, he would not swim into the water to find Godzilla.
So here's where shut the hell up with that, because where they fought the second time, near water still. Godzilla approaches when there's water still, so you gotta throw his ass like he was doing in round 3, drown him.
He was near water? He was so far in. They were both fighting inland.
There was water near them.
So there's water in your body. What does that have to do with anything? They fought inward.
Yo, King Kong mains be like just saying shit, huh?
But we all watched the same movie, did we not?
There was water, was there not?
So if there's water nearby, he's in water. It's the same as a boat in water.
They're on an island. A bunch of water surrounding.
And there's where? You said an island. So an island is the same as that fucking ship?
Who said it was the same? I'm telling you, there's still water, so he still would have gotten drowned.
He would have gotten out of it. You're making it seem like he's going to sit there. What?
We showed you he tries to get out, and he still almost got drowned, Anthony.
Because he was already in water.
The platforms, and he still got drowned.
He took out the platforms.
And then drowned him. So an island.
He's not going to take out an island, Brian. What?
Hold on? You saw him shoot through an island into the core, right? But you can't take out an island.
He's going to swim under.
I think it would have taken him way too long to take out the island.
Explain to me what you think an island is.
Explain to me why you said swim when that's not what I mentioned. You switched it from me beaming to swim. So explain why you're trying to switch it.
Because you need to get under the island. Is he going to just teleport Goku, Goku, and then beam upward through the fucking core?
Again, why would you have to get on the island? Watch the movie again. I said beam out loud. He's standing on the island, beams through it. That means he can body an island. If he beams that far into the fucking world...
The
island is irrelevant.
You're thinking he's going to do like a magic eraser and erase the island, is what you're saying.
He's that strong. We saw it.
Godzilla mains would be like, oh, we could just delete planets. Got it. You think that happened in 2 seconds?
Your argument makes no sense. You're reaching for straws here.
How is that reaching for straws? You are on an island, Brian. If he's aiming downward, he's going to get punched in the mouth.
Again, I'm telling you, using that example to show his strength. He can decimate an island. Doesn't matter where we are. There's water there. He can make it a water platform.
When did he do that?
Are you not listening? Slower. I use that example. I'm going to sign out with my mouth so you can follow along. To show how strong he is.
He wasn't strong enough.
All right.
Brian, you're not talking about the fight. You're talking about a beam.
So what else do you guys like about the movie?
No, explain it to Kelsey then, because Kelsey has those same questions. Explain it to him.
He's always confused. He's stuck in the 70s.
Go ahead, Kelsey. What did he say?
I'm like, I sort of understand what he's saying, but at the same time, I don't, because like even when they were fighting in Hong Kong, it's not like he threw him into the water. They fought on the ground.
I moved on to the beam, so we're gonna address. You guys understand that we go back to the water part. Did you not see him beam strong enough to go through land like that?
Downward
duty.
Yes, that was not thick enough for an island.
Hold on, I'm guiding it so you understand.
Got it. Okay. And I'll just hit you with the same question, and you're not gonna be able to answer.
Everyone can agree we saw that happen, correct?
No,
beam went through land all the way down. We saw that happen
to Hollow Earth. Go ahead.
We'll say yes.
So yes, Anthony.
To Hollow Earth. Continue.
To the ground.
Continue so I can counter it. Go ahead, do your story.
You need to say, you keep saying it's yes or no, and you're throwing in wrench. That's your answer when it's 2 options.
Continue. Yes no. I'm the host. Continue.
So it shows he's strong enough to decimate land with a beam alone. So he's strong enough to get rid of whatever object there is and get to water if he needed to. They're on an island. when he does this. So that means that rest of the island can get bodied, and now we're back to no land.
So what you're saying is when he did that, water rushed up the water thing, right?
That has nothing to do with what I just said. He has the strength to get rid of fucking land.
But your example was he shot downward, right?
To show strength. Again, to show strength. Let me type it in your chat. You don't read it, but I write it in the chat. To show strength.
So what now you're saying
There you
is
go.
he just did it to show strength. So at any time, you're saying at any time he can do this. Next, outside, let's say this is a circle, right? He can be out here facing this way and delete the land. Is what you're saying.
Let me see. Brian's saying you basically get rid of anything and put them in one. Yeah. The land is not an obstacle that puts him at disadvantage. He can just get rid of that if he needs to.
And that's what I'm asking you. So let's say this is the island. He can stand here, shoot horizontally, and now it's water, is what you're saying to me.
You're saying the dumbest stuff right now.
You guys, I have to hop off for
Yep.
a minute. I'll still be sitting here, but I have to jump on a call.
Got it. We got to move on anyway, because Brian now is just making ridiculous claims.
When did I say? Look, this is how stupid you are. Listen objectively. When did I say him not hitting land destroys land? When did I say that?
That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying horizontally not hitting the ground. You're not saying
His
anything.
beam is not going down, is what you're saying, because that was just to show strength. So that means if he's
That shows how
strong enough,
strong his beam is.
exactly. So he can be off land in water. Who knows how far down? Because your islands are weirder than what our islands are. He can just shoot the beam this way towards the island, and the people can see it, the beam coming, like if it's coming from the water, and it'll eradicate that island. Is what you're telling me. The entire thing is gone. Now water will substitute it. That's what you're telling me.
I'm not taking the whole island, but he has the power to get rid of the island. I'm not saying at once because he can get rid of the island.
Getting rid of the island, Brian, that means there's nothing left. That's what rid of is.
Yeah, I didn't say one beam. Again, you're throwing out things I'm not saying.
We're moving on. Not one beam. So he'll wait to recharge, and then Kong's gonna hit him.
You saw him charge up multiple times in that fight regardless.
And those
You
weren't
see him-
strong enough to decimate an island.
It is. To make a chunk and do not one beam. You're throwing stuff in so that it makes like you're making sense.
He wouldn't be able to
went
make
through-
some huge beam
he
to
went-
decimate it in one shot. Then this argument is irrelevant because he will not be able to do anything.
It's really not. Do you want to listen or you just want to be wrong? Because we can just move on. You can be wrong. Like,
He
what do you
fought
wanna do?
him 3 times, Brian. And anytime he did any beam, he was like, no. Am I wrong?
Is he land?
He's gonna fight him on land. That this thing started
I'm telling you something, and you go, but orange is orange.
because you're
What
not
does that
paying
do with what I'm
attention.
saying?
The first thing was he would have died because of people saved him. Correct. That's what you said.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
That is true. Kelsey said, "Let me do you one better." He wouldn't have been in water if it wasn't for the humans. Those are more facts because he would have been on an island. You're telling me that he could just be like, "Oh, there he is," and decimate his island, and now he's in water, and now we're back to that same situation. That is false.
But I never said in one hit.
Then he will not be able to do it in one hit.
can.
That he's not returning that one beam is not going to go back to that situation. You're not going from island to I have the strength to decimate this island, and now we're back underwater. He's not doing
The
that.
point of this was to say that he can get rid of the thing that's keeping him any chance of winning.
Brian, don't say this is the point of it, because I just went step by step what you said and how it led to here, and you said yes to those.
Then you're not listening still. Then.
Okay, I'm not listening. We'll move on. I'm not listening.
Up until that point, I agreed. And then after that, you keep going left. I'm just stick to what I'm saying. I'm saying it multiple times. How you're not getting it?
No, I'm telling you what we said, and it's over after that. The point is, it's not the same. His fact of the person is the people, he wouldn't be on water, that's where it stopped. And you came in with, oh, he would reset it back to water because he's strong enough to make it into water or remove islands or hit the delete key, whatever.
And before I said that, I made the grappler joke of he can get him into the water. And then I went to beam.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter because we saw them fight round 2 and 3 where they were near water and they didn't go back into water. So now beam, he cannot decimate island. So we're back
because they chose not to put him in the water in the movie, that means it can't happen.
No, Kong did not go back in there. That's how we know. Because he knows not to go back in there. And Godzilla, if he was that busy, he would have thrown him back. Did he throw him back?
So this is your argument, but in a different
Uh-huh.
scenario. You're saying because you know that if you can't breathe forever, so you'll never be in the water again. You never breathe underwater. 'cause you know
Godzilla
you're gonna
didn't
drown.
put him back in there. And you said round 2 was near what? Water.
See, you're just putting two things that don't fit. You don't make sense.
Read them in wheat, boys. That's 7-0 on Brian. We're moving on,
guess,
bro.
dude. If you want to be stupid and keep it like that, that's up to you.
We're
But
moving
you're not
on,
making
bro.
any sense.
We got it. Chat, let me know. Got it. And
That's
so
what I'm
I
saying.
recommend it because the Mecha Godzilla fight at the end, lit. Co-op mode, lit. They're doing some fucking tossing into buildings, backflipping into a fucking axe hit. Bro. Fire.
I don't like the way they insinuated again that because the kid who poured whiskey into a machine, he's weaker now for Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, that's what he was worried about. And it happened. Kind of let us know what you think.
I thought it was a great movie. I'm just salty that guys
Meg-
Kong lost that fight. That's the only thing.
You think it was cheap?
The way he lost the fight?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it was fair.
Well, fighting isn't fair to begin with, so
That's the boxers.
I don't know, man. It's just weird to me because it's like they made it seem like, well, not that they made it seem like, but Kong lost to Godzilla in the fight, but he bodied Mega Godzilla, who was beating Mega Godzilla was beating Godzilla so bad, like
Brian turned away because he's like,
It
he gets
felt-
busy, but
it
that's the
felt
only image I want.
it felt uncomfortable to watch. Like
Uncomfortable? That feels badass. He didn't die.
no, I'm just saying, like that's how bad he was destroying him. At one point, he like face palmed his face into 3 buildings.
But lizards look like they're laughing when they open their mouth, so he's just enjoying it the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if he had kept going, he was gonna kill him.
I don't think they were going to show that because they need more movies. So I don't think that was a possibility at all.
But that's the part of the movie that is a little confusing to me because it's like I understand that Godzilla powered up the axe, but at the same time, Kong was still able to use the axe in order to beat him. So I don't know. I'm just a little confused on that little. That's the only area in the movie I'm a little confused on. It's like,
He got a shock buff, though.
huh?
He got a shock buff that ups your attack strength by 10 points.
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Look at the shocking thing. It almost killed the human being.
At first, my thought was, what was my thought? It was, Godzilla's getting bodied, obviously, because like they said, this is supposed to be 2.0 Godzilla. And until you said it, I just realized, yeah, the guy who got bodied by 1.0 is now the one that finishes 2.0. That, like, thinking about it now, yeah, it doesn't make fucking sense, but it looked cool.
He's talking about Kong was helping kill 2.0.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any.
So I watched it again today.
Okay.
And when it was Kong versus Mega Godzilla, when it was Godzilla versus Mega Godzilla, from the gate he was getting wrecked.
Yeah. It was.
He didn't get one hit.
Yeah, we were all
That
yelling.
was like 3 perfects.
Yeah.
So then Kong has a little speech with the girl. Kong gets up, resets shoulder, goes to help. At that point, they are both fighting him at the same time.
Yeah. That was dope.
But then Mega Godzilla just bodies Kong again to the point where he can't get up.
Uh-huh.
So the only help he can do is by shooting a fire beam at the axe. Because up at that point, it's just Kong versus Mega Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it was confusing to me, because it's like, if he's able to take him on by himself, then how is it that he lost to Godzilla?
I think the way he lost it, I think Godzilla lost because he didn't have anything piercing to break his arms and stuff. Because Kong won because he had the that shard that Godzilla had on his back, and he was
Mhm.
cutting him up. If I'm right, he was cutting off his arms, legs.
But if that was the case, he
tail.
could have used it. Yeah. He
Oh,
coulda
his
used
tail was made out
tail.
of. Oh, his tail has that. You're right. Oh, then I don't know. That's weird. Then I don't know.
He
They
could've used
needed.
Blanca balls at him too.
Does he actually do that?
I don't know if he's ever done it, but
Okay,
in
I'm
my
like,
head, I would try it.
I don't think that's a thing.
I would try it.
Other than that, man, that really bothered me that he lost that fight. But other than that, yeah, the movie was great, man.
Even that you just reminded me, the shoulder check thing was awesome to watch because that man was like, "I'll use this fucking building to just wreck it," and all of that was really cool. It's like watching humans fight, but they were just like at extreme sizes, man. Watching movies like this.
complaint
Go ahead.
was at the end of the movie, they didn't dap each other up and then Godzilla went in the water.
No, they did.
That's what we needed.
But visually,
Like,
they
literally.
Oh, you
know,
wanted
I
to-
needed him to go up and then yell. And
Yeah.
Kong does this. I fuck with you.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes.
I mean, they did that in their way. They didn't. They looked at each other like, "All right, thanks for saving my life. Whatever, we cool now." Boom. He leaves. He goes back to Hollow Earth, and they're chilling. I think, right? So I thought that was cool. That's why I enjoyed it because I went in there. I wanted to see who wins. I saw who won, and I saw great action scenes. The co-op thing at the end was their way of letting that end. It was just that. I guess they didn't want to end it with one killing the other. So they're like, we need to set something in motion, like in between them, so they'll help each other, and then they'll, piece it out and leave. And I mean, it worked. I just don't like the way, like Brian was saying, the human beings. Oh, he spilled coffee on it and made him weaker. That also got me. I'm like, that's a cop out. Like they
Yeah,
should have
I-
worked together in some way to kill it.
The problem is with these movies, it's like they always feel like they need to make human beings relevant. And like, I understand that they do that so that the audience can connect with something in the movie, especially when you're like dealing with monsters, because nobody knows what it's like to be a giant ape or gorilla, or be Godzilla. So
I
it's
was
like
Godzilla for like a century.
so it's like
In your face, Randall.
they throw this they just like forcefully try to keep these people relevant, and it's like, no, at this point this is beyond you.
And they have a lot of airtime of them like doing funny stuff. Which, yeah, some of the stuff they said was funny, but it's like I want to get back to the punching and stuff. Like it was a nice build up on that Navy ship. I'm like, okay, the humans are doing what they can. But once they started throwing hands, I didn't care about the humans anymore. Like I'm like, all right, round two. When then the second round started, and Kong started doing those like off the building hits and jumping on stuff, and they're both grappling each other. Godzilla hit him with like a bunch of beams, and he's taking down like buildings and stuff. I'm like, that's what I'm here for, you know?
Yeah, I think
The
that
thing-
go ahead.
The thing that upset me is like only one human mattered, and that was a little girl. And on Team King on Chapter King Kong, when it was just following him,
Okay.
it proceeded to be, yo, King Kong's pissed. Little girl walks over, I'm like, yo, chill. The mother runs. All she did was literally run to the kid. And like, what are you doing?
I don't think that's her
Love
mom.
You. Well, her caretaker.
Okay.
Because they said her parents died.
Yeah. I think her. Yeah, 'cause
So
they said it's
her,
dead.
her job was run from where she was to the kid, grab her.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Was
Love
she in,
you.
was she in Skull Island? So she wasn't in a previous movie at all? Okay.
First time they showed
Okay.
either of them too.
I was gonna say because maybe she had more of a thing in Kong
Previous
Skull Island.
movies.
Yeah, because I didn't like a group of people go to the Skull Island in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe
Yeah, she was useless. I don't know why she was there besides to run forward and grab her.
from what Randall was saying, this so that they could force us to be in there to help them to be like, oh, we can help too, fam. Just let them
Yes.
duke it out, you know?
Yeah,
that
anytime
one guy, all he did was defib, and then the bad guy's daughter, was there for absolutely no reason.
The bad guy's daughter.
The one that was like, "Oh, this is our stuff now."
Oh,
Dad gets
the-
what he wants, and
the
then
ch- yeah.
immediately, that was a good scene because he's like ruined him, and he's like, "Ew."
Yeah. You talking about the? I know you're talking about the one that went to. They got the spider sample, or used the drone to get the
Yeah.
sample. Okay, I remember. Yeah, I completely forgot about her until now. You just mentioned it.
Like, and then they tried too hard to make the dude that played Paperboy like a comedic relief, but it was like whatever. It was filler. the New Zealand kid again, just a filler person. All the humans on Godzilla side didn't even need to exist.
No.
I guess they only use it to they're making something.
Mecha.
Yeah, but nah.
I just wanted to see them punch each other. When that was happening, I was thoroughly entertained. They did a fantastic job with the fights, man.
It made me want an Evangelion movie.
Every time when I saw Pacific Rim, I'm like, there's no fucking excuse. I need a live action Evangelion. Have yet to get that.
I don't want it live. I don't want anything that came from an anime to be live action.
Oh, you just want?
I want it to be either a cartoon or like Pixar animated movie.
Well, they're redoing the Evangelion movies. I told you, the 1.0 plus 1 whatever they're re-releasing. The latest one, the last one's coming out soon. Out of the 4 parts.
CG or is it still animated?
It's still animated, but they're movies. They took the series and like congested it into separate films.
If they were to do like a big screen release, anything anime like Cowboy Bebop show should not exist. That the
Netflix one
live action, never. Just if you're gonna do it for whatever reason, because you like to bank on fucking nostalgia, CG or just like redone animation or something. But yeah, if like a Big Hero 6 looking Evangelion with a little less serious, like
that's too playful. It would have to be a little more
darker. But I mean, like quality, like it was well done.
Oh, okay,
but like darker,
lit. Like you can't see the world. It's so dark. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. I've been waiting for an Evangelion ever since I saw the first Pacific Rim. I'm like, we can get it, bro.
I would rather have Gundams.
Oh, even a gun? No, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna argue that. Even a good Gundam CG movie or something, I will be all over.
I want live action Gundam.
Oh, you want a live action Gundam one? Okay.
I like Gundam more than Evangelion, but I never want to see that ever happen.
But which Gundam? The Wing?
Wing.
Okay, Wing.
The one that Hero.
Yes, Wing. There's so many different like stories about the mobile suits.
Yeah,
So.
There's Gundam Wing, there's Gundam Seed, there's Gundam Exalt or something like
there's
that.
There's Mobile Suit Gundam with a unicorn and Mobile Suit Gundam 00, Mobile Suit Gundam. There's another one that I think came out recently, either recently or a couple years ago. That's apparently really good, but I haven't followed it. Oh my god, that was Kong versus Godzilla. I recommend it. It's a fun time. If you want to see shit beat the crap out of each other, it does it really well. I don't know if Kelsey will be back on to recommend it or not, but I think he would recommend it. He looks fucking pissed. He's like, I could be on the greatest podcast to ever live right now, but I gotta do this work shit. Rand, I'm assuming you recommend it as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
How about you, Brian?
I mean, if you into that sort of thing, yeah, definitely.
That's true. I guess if you're into like the whole, it's like what is it, like mashing toys together kind of movie? It was like, oh, let's just see who the hell can be beating the shit out of each other. Like you'd put like a Power Ranger against a Goku or something as a kid, and you'd be like, die Goku, and Goku loses. You know?
I would call it like a end of shift or like a wind down movie where you just had a day. You don't want to think. You want autopilot. You're gonna see a monkey slap a lizard.
Shit, man!
Attempt to slap a lizard, and then you see a lizard basically dunk.
No, Brian, you're really undercutting round 2. You really are.
I've said he won clearly as we're watching it.
Because you said attempt. No, he slapped that fucker.
But
no, he slapped that fucker.
All I'm saying is, what's one round
to a guy
up against 4? Because technically, they've had 4 rounds of fighting.
Oh, I only saw 3.
The 1 in the water, and then the 3 on the land.
3 on land?
Yeah, the 3 we saw right before Mecha Godzilla. 3 rounds.
Those are 2 rounds. It was 1 in water, 2 in land, and he lost the 3rd round.
No, it was. No, I think you're right.
I'm like, then it wasn't a 2-1. It was a 3-1. If that's the case, I don't remember a 3rd fight.
In my head, I had put in another round because how busy he gets. I just knew he got more.
You see, like the Castlevania after image of when you're moving and he's fucking hitting him again. Oh man, yeah. Again, like Ryan said, it's just pure popcorn flick. Like after like a Friday night, that's definitely like a thing. After your shift, go in, get some popcorn, or for Cush's sake, light one up, watch it. It's lit.
I would say that like this surpassed the Fast and Furious movies for me. As like, I'm not saying they're good. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm like,
when I say like, if I had a like you're winding down, you just want to watch something. Would you watch Vin Diesel say family and dab someone?
Uh-huh.
Or just big ass monsters just slapping the fuck out of each other? I think I would always pick that over.
Yeah.
Unless it's Tokyo Drift. Then it's.
Why do you have like a special place for Tokyo Drift or something?
It played a lot, I think, when I was grounded. So every fucking time I rewatch it in my life, be like, ooh, and then that hideous whole car.
I did
And
not
then
like that whole car at all.
And that one guy barrels off the mountain, and then and then Vin
Yeah.
Diesel was there.
That was so
I
funny
honestly
to
think
see
that's the
him.
best- I think it's the best Fast and the Furious, to be honest with you. We didn't have Paul Walker or them, but
I was gonna say
it was
because there's some
enjoyable.
because Too Fast and Furious was pretty funny because it was all in Miami and stuff. We had all the Cubans and stuff, and it was funny, you know.
I mean, it was enjoyable, but I don't know.
But
Tokyo,
Tokyo Drift, you're right, and you had Han.
We had Han.
Damn, I got too excited. Yeah,
What's he going to about?
if he's all going on out, why are you playing that song?
American Muscle.
Hell yeah, it was rolling American Muscle when he was with me.
And then
Yeah,
movie ends.
wow. Now we're at what?
They need to stop.
9. I think we're about to do 9. Because Hobbs and Shaw was just like a side thing.
They should just do like a Modern Family show, but Fast and the Furious.
Everyday lives as street racers or heist.
Yeah.
It started with street racing. Now it's just fucking heists, like the Ocean's 11, but not as good as Ocean's 11. Anywho,
Yeah, I don't know.
we can move on. I guess we'll ask him when he comes back if he liked it.
I got a piece so you guys can talk about something.
God, that's awesome. Because I have a question for Randall. You saw a movie called Chaos Walking that I forgot came out with the boy Tom Holland. Please tell me it was good. Oh no.
It was decent.
What's the premise?
And so they never explained, but something happened with Earth where people were leaving Earth and finding other planets to live. And the planet that they landed on, men's thoughts are heard. It's like projected. They call it noise. But basically anything that you're thinking in your head, it's now broadcasted in the air. So whatever you're thinking right now, I can see it and hear it.
You can see it as in like a memory, or is like letters coming up?
No, as in like visual. So let's say you, for whatever reason,
I'm thinking of banging somebody. Cause I mean we're perverts, right?
Yeah.
So
I would see
me banging that person.
it wouldn't be in 4K.
Oh, but it'd be like okay.
But it would be like just imagine if you was trying to make an image with smoke.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
But I would hear everything you're saying. That wouldn't be muffled.
That'd be crystal clear.
That'd be crystal clear.
And anyone can hear you, or just specific people?
Everyone.
Okay, so it's not like a special like mutants or anything.
If you're a man,
then anyone can hear it.
yeah.
Even men
men
and women. But women can still hear you.
Anybody can hear you.
Okay, got it.
It's the only ones that were affected were men.
That's weird. Did they ever explain that in the movie, or?
No.
Damn it.
It just had something linked to the planet.
Got it. Okay.
So the story is that Tom Holland's character was raised to believe that his mother was murdered by aliens along with the rest of the women, which is why there are no women. And I obviously later on in the movie you found out the truth. But
was the truth worth the wait or no?
Was the truth worth the wait? It was kind of like
you could have guessed it.
So for me personally, I'm not the type of person who watches a movie tries to figure out what happens.
Right.
You
go with the long.
I just like to be engaged in the story and just let it take me wherever it wants to take me.
Ooh. Okay.
Unfortunately, even for me, I was able to figure out. Oh, I kind of figure out what's going on.
Oh, dang. Okay. So it's a little telegraphed.
Yeah.
In what movie?
Chaos. Chaos Walking. Yeah. So
yeah.
Before we continue, would you recommend Godzilla vs. Kong? Because we moved on from it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That movie was awesome.
Okay, good. And I think you saw Chaos Walking as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll
I'm really sad that I didn't get to hear Randall's take on it.
He's still in the middle of it.
Oh, okay, good.
Go for it.
I forget what I was saying.
You were saying that you even though you liked the movie, you let the movie take you down the narrative route, you figured out what the last part is.
I usually don't like to do that. it's not an effort. It doesn't take me effort to not do that. I usually just watch a movie and then allow myself to be engaged in the story and the
Go along with
characters.
the ride.
Yeah, but I was able to figure out. Oh, okay.
This
I know what really happened
Uh-huh.
early on in the movie.
Oh, like
Oh,
sub
you're talking
30
about
minutes?
the women thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I was kind of as soon as I heard him talk about it, I was like, I find that hard to believe.
I do declare. How was he acting in it? Tom Holland still. Is this another Tom Holland makes you cry movie?
when he finds out what happens to his mom, I wouldn't say it makes you want to cry, but he does a good job at like before he would like pull on your heartstrings. This is more like a flick.
Okay.
So it was kind of. There were some parts towards the end of the movie where it was like, dang, yo, that sucks.
Okay.
He's playing the part that
Mhm.
makes you feel that way.
Yeah.
The way his character is reacting to what's going on, it makes you like, man, that's terrible. What else?
Was there anybody else? Was he like the only person? Is there like a lot? Is there a supporting cast that's any good? Like, do we know anybody else besides Tom Holland? Or
So the dude that was in Casino Royale, I can't remember his
Daniel
name.
Craig?
No, I would know Daniel Craig.
Okay, just in case. I don't know anybody. Matt Mikkelsen?
Yeah,
He
Mads Mikkelsen and Daisy Ridley are in it.
Oh, Daisy Ridley's in it. From
Yeah.
the trilogy. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, and apparently Nick Jonas plays the mayor's
Son.
son. Yeah.
Okay. He was in Jumanji. He did pretty okay in that.
Yeah, they don't have like it doesn't look like they have a ton of big names. It looks
mean,
like those are like the only
Those
three
four
or
are pretty. I mean, those are pretty big. Matt Mikkelsen's in it, and Daisy Ridley she was in the murder at the Orient Express. She's in this. The trilogy.
Oh, apparently, so Demian, I don't know how to say it, Bichir, Bichir,
Okay.
is in it, and he's in Alien Covenant and in Godzilla vs Kong, and then I don't know who Cynthia Erivo is.
That
But
personally,
those are like the
top.
Those
bills
are like
on.
the big names.
Yeah. Okay, and then they did a good job. I'm assuming
Mm-hmm.
they did a pretty okay.
You
said it takes place off Earth.
Yeah, this isn't Earth.
Okay.
This is another planet that's like Earth.
Oh, how's that? How's like how's the environment then? Doesn't
everything looks exactly like Earth.
Like Earth?
Except for
that sucks.
Except for it has debris ring going around it like Saturn.
That's not a big. But on the foot, like on the ground, it looked like Earth. Damn it! I wish I would have gotten like okay. I hate when they do that. It's like we're on another planet, and it just looks like you're in Kansas.
Well, I mean, like you got to think when we're exploring the solar system, it's not like we're not going to try and terraform every planet. Generally, you're going to move to another planet that is similar to Earth.
I don't know if you have like an astro. I don't know if you guys they're walking around without the helmet or anything. I don't know. I'm just asking to see if it was like a really different type of planet that
It's to me. I think they were just like exploring and found this planet and decided to land, and they were like,
okay,
like there was like a generation before him, and then he was born there on the planet.
Got it. Okay,
Wait,
so it wasn't.
Okay, you said they are Earthlings or no?
Yeah. It's people that came from Earth. They left Earth to find a new start, and I think they said it takes 64 years to get from Earth to the planet, and so there's like a generation or two that was on the ship, that procreated and kept life going, and then they landed on the planet and then continued from there.
That makes sense. So he's like generation 2 of people living on that planet. Got it. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I thought it was gonna be like they're on some crazy fucking like No Man's Sky level or something,
So the cool part about the noise is that you can project it,
like fake it and just have it. Okay.
That was a cool part of the movie.
So you can practice lying in a way where it's like, oh, he's projecting this, but he's actually like forcefully trying to lie.
Well, like
his head.
you can. You can make things appear if you think really hard about it.
Like tangible objects?
Not tangible, but physical.
It just, yeah.
It just looks like
Like,
it's there?
Yeah.
If you and I were standing in a room and they made it sort of seem like you had to have like either work at it or be strong enough or something, but I could like make it look like you're standing next to me, behind me, even though you're not, even though you're over there. Like,
Oh. Okay, so the way he was explaining, I thought it was like a little window that shows his thoughts or something. But you can manifest.
No, I said
the
it's
smoke.
like smoke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you say like if the smoke was making. I thought you meant like the smoke is making a picture.
It does, but the picture isn't like I said, it's not 4K clear.
Got it.
It's just like you look at it, you can make out what it is.
Got it.
But like Kelsey's explaining, like if you're able to control your noise,
so you can do some crazy tricks with it.
You can get the noise to like hold its shape long enough so that
it's crystal clear.
A person would think that is something that whatever it is that you're thinking about, they'll think that it's actually that.
Got it.
Until of course if like someone goes up to try to touch it.
It just goes right through it. Does that hurt the person?
hologram.
That's just a hologram.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like a good example of like other things that have done it. Like it's kind of like the old Star Wars movies versus the new ones where the holograms are sort of there.
Yeah.
You can't see them. It's just kind of a fuzzy picture. And then the newer ones, it's like everything's crystal clear. You don't have any problem seeing it. That's kind of the difference. Like it's just this cloud that kind of represents what your thoughts are and what you can see and or what you remember or hear, thinking about. And then if you really focus, you can like make it look like there's a whole person from your noise.
That's awesome. Does that take anything out of the user? Like, do their nose start bleeding, or is it just like free?
It's basically what happens in real life, except for you don't have the visual representation of what you're thinking of.
Okay, I just want to know if it changed them in a way where it's like they can do it, but like it drains them or something. That's cool. So I'm assuming they use that for some like the plot points to get push it along a bit.
Not as much as you're probably thinking, but they do use it.
They do use it for some funny plot points, though.
That's cool.
I felt really bad for Tom Holland's character.
Oh, there's a part in the movie.
Bad? Like funny bad or like?
I almost stopped watching. That's how bad it is.
Okay, Kelsey, I think this is where you start.
I'm trying to think of.
Oh, okay. How bad was it? Like it's like you said it was stop watching, but you continued to watch. Did it save itself, or did you like okay, it wasn't that bad?
Almost hit. What is it? Alt F4.
Oh shit, that's an eject. What happened? Okay, so I have to watch it out to see what the hell he's talking about.
The only reason why I didn't do it was because I saw that I was already too far into the movie, and I was like, I might as well continue.
Okay, see if you can sum it up vaguely for Kelsey, see if he remembers what it is.
But if it had been like anything like 50% and below,
all four. Okay, what is it? It has to be like a sex scene, right? Like, is it?
No, it has nothing to do with sex.
He said, describe the scene to him.
Like generically,
without telling them.
Yeah, like see if you can, or message him on Discord.
Okay,
you have your phone there.
See if I. Okay, I'll do that.
He'll do that in the meantime. So I guess while he does that, Kelsey, what you tell me? You enjoyed it? Like what?
Awesome. It was a really cool take on like, people's thoughts and that kind of stuff. And like people, like you literally get to see and hear what they're thinking all the time. And then like certain people, oh yeah. Okay. I remember what he's talking about now. Yeah. I was pretty upset about that too.
Oh, damn. I have a question. I don't know if the movie explores it or not, but how are wars done?
Wars?
Yeah. Like, was there any like conflict? Like how would people like,
so they talked about there being a war with the natives there that that was they talked about there being a war with the natives, but they didn't show it. They didn't really explain anything or show it.
I would imagine if you're doing like some sort of espionage or something like against it, someone can see what your plans are just by you thinking about it, or if you're in the trenches, you can see when someone's going to throw a grenade or something, right? Like
they have so the natives have the smoke stuff too. Like that's how they do show a little bit of it, and they show like as they're as they're like walking around, they look out like over a distance.
Yeah.
They see the clouds of the smoke from the noise, and that they're like that's they call them aliens, even though they're technically the natives. But
Gotcha.
that's the
Okay, cool.
uh,
Okay.
But yeah,
sounds like you like it.
with Randall about that one spot, I was just like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!"
Is it like stop watching worthy, like he's saying, or is it like
On your personality?
got it?
But I could say something, but I don't want to ruin it.
I'll add
would
this to
give
the
it away.
backlog. I'll add this to the backlog. I'll watch it. I want to see what this is.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool because like you could see different people having different, you know, how different people like had different control over it. Like
Mhm.
you could see the noise a lot more in certain people versus others, and then depending on if their emotions like got kicked up, if it caused them to be able to either control it or make it worse.
So does that
you
play a
know-
factor into it? Like if there's someone's like sobbing uncontrollably, will their smoke just be distorted and like they're just going crazy because they're like at such an emotional state, or is it just
They didn't have
The only time that I saw that they had like a super emotional part, well, I guess there were a couple, but the only time they really played on that, I think, is when he found out what happened to his mom.
gotcha? But they kept it pretty much like there's not. I guess what I'm asking is if while you're doing like let's say you put a picture of me, if you get some crazy news, I'm assuming you lose focus and now it goes back to regular like cloudy
It
distorted vision.
probably switched into whatever the news you were getting.
Oh, those
like,
are
I mean,
facts.
Because like
I
so
think-
like one of the characters will be walking around and somebody will say something to him and they'll go from like saying their own name or thinking about got to do chores to hearing their name and hearing the news, and now they're thinking about that, and they'll be like talking to themselves or saying something about whatever the news was, because now they're thinking about that.
Okay.
Because the noise is all a projection of what your thoughts are, and you got to think like right now I'm talking to you about thoughts, but
if you yell bacon, I'm gonna be thinking bacon.
yes,
Gotcha.
something like that.
That's interesting. I find this fascinating.
It's a really cool take. I would love to see another movie on this, like where they like maybe explore a little bit more on
Mhm.
How it came to be, how to use it, all this stuff. Like I think it would be an awesome miniseries.
That sounds dope. I gotta check this out and see if I like it. Do they do a lot of it, or is this just something that they show off a bit of it? Because you guys are saying it's not as much.
The noise?
The noise stuff.
It's on screen
okay.
all the time.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
making sure.
Because there are no women.
Right.
So it only affects guys, so there's guys on the screen all the time.
So what happened? Is there's no women on the planet left? So there's a dying breed, like everyone's gonna die? Or
I don't
guess
want to
that's a
tell you
spoiler?
too much, but
Okay.
Yeah,
in their camp where they live,
Yeah.
all the women are dead.
Okay, then that's all I gotta know. Okay, well I don't want to spoil it now. At this point, I'm just interested. I just gotta watch the movie. I could put the time in. So it sounds like you guys both recommend it.
Yeah,
At least
I
one watch.
definitely recommend it.
Well, I gotta ask Randall because he almost fucking ejected out of the movie. So like,
It's because like that particular thing I don't play with.
okay,
There's one. That's one of no. It has nothing to do with demons, but you're good.
Yeah,
call.
dude.
But it is
I had to pause the movie because I was getting angry. Like I was sitting thinking about like all the things that I would try and do at that point, and I'm just like, you just sitting there and you're just like,
trying to contain yourself.
yeah, because you just get really like it's personal, so it really depends on the person. But I mean I'm sure Randall felt the same way. I got really upset with it.
All right.
Upset is understatement for me.
Yeah.
It's more like
You wanted to reach through the screen.
I think everyone has a side to themselves that they don't want other people to know about.
Oh, absolutely.
So that definitely tapped into that side.
Oh yes, that's the side I want to see. The dark side.
That side where it's like,
Yes, that Luke, come,
you're
do it.
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is it's very horrible,
Okay.
and it bothered me a lot. Like I said, I was gonna start watching the movie, and it's funny that Kelsey mentioned about he was thinking about all the different things that he would do in that situation, because that's what I was thinking, and everything I was thinking about was
Do it.
very bad.
Was very bad. Yes.
Good.
Good.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys definitely piqued my
I would say
interest.
go watch it if you like Tom Holland.
Yeah, I do. That kid has been almost 100. He's like at 90%. He's on screen. He's gonna make me cry. That little fucker.
Like, what else has he really been in though? Like, he's not a very big name, is he?
I mean, he's on the.
Oh, he was in Onward. That's right.
Onward. He did great in. You saw Onward, right?
He did that movie, Cherry, I think it was called.
I want to watch that too because he's supposed to be like a bank robber or something. I want to watch that.
Cherry?
It's called Cherry and Tom Holland's in it.
I haven't seen that one.
Me neither, but I
I'm
did. I
pretty sure he's making a reference to him not fucking giving a shit about Spider-Man.
Oh, my bad. Just right over. My bad. I'm just too hyped.
I said this, and I immediately like looked at Brian's face and just watched him just like grit his teeth and be like, "This motherfucker, where's my wrench?"
He's got it right there. It's in arm's reach at all times.
It's an arm's wrench.
Yeah, it's an arm's wrench at all reach.
How did he threw him?
How did he throw?
Did he threw him or how
Did he throw him?
I don't remember.
Did he threw him? I think I said. How did he throw him or something? I don't remember what I said.
I think you know.
I don't think I know.
Yeah, I just like. Not even the fact that Tom Holland's in it. The whole movie is just really interesting. Like, it's a really cool concept, you know, to like be able to see and hear somebody's thoughts, things, and you know how they use it. Yeah, I saw and heard. You know, there's some really funny parts. There's some really sad parts, and all in all, like, it's a really good movie.
Cool. I'm asking.
Especially like if you're around a girl that you like.
Oh yes.
My God, can't wait to see this.
Now, granted, his version of what
PG?
goes through a male's head is watered down.
I knew it. I know it would be.
But if it was real life,
yeah.
And the bad part is that it's not only can people hear it, but they can see it.
Yeah, they can. Oh my God. Yeah, I'd be a lone man the entire time because I wouldn't, pervert. So.
Or you would just have to control your learn how to control your noise, which some people can do. They can hide it.
Oh, then I'd try that because if it's just flowing freely, everyone's gonna be like, that fucking get that Master Roshi fucker away from me.
The only thing is that when you hide it, people know you're hiding it. So then
what the fuck?
Well, yeah. I mean, like they might not know what you're thinking, but then they know that you're hiding.
Yeah, and if I'm next to someone,
like, why are you hiding your noise?
Exactly. Now I might as well just be like, look, and then just show them me just plowing them, Oh my
Randall,
goodness.
the ending made me laugh really hard.
For the same movie? For Chaos?
With the very ending?
Chaos walking. You know what I'm talking about?
When he wakes up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the very last conversation they have.
Yeah.
And then, the thoughts and then she just kind of looks at him.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I guess it might be spoilers, so don't answer if it is spoilers. Is it set up for more? Or is it like a nice bow at the end and we're done?
It could be another one.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's still wrapped up. Everything wraps up nicely in this. It's self-contained.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no like unfinished. Okay, good. All right. Well, we can move on, I guess. We are 2 for 2 on that, so I gotta go check it out. Well, 1.5 and to 2 because Randall's still. He gets to that point. He ejected. He would have ejected.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
I feel like sometimes you like the directors. They take things too far, man.
Well, that's the point of the film, Randall. Like they want to evoke that emotion out of you. Like to me, that sounds like they did a good job. But whatever this scene is, it hits.
I'm gonna this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it.
Okay.
It bothered me so much that how like it's actually is a conversation we had. Like I think it might have been last week. I asked all of you guys about this.
Okay.
But how like sometimes an actor or actress will do such a good job at their character that people will hate that person or not necessarily hate, but have some sort of resentment towards them in real life
because of what they saw on screen. Yeah.
For a couple of minutes, I absolutely hated this actor.
Oh shit.
Like if I saw him in the next 5 minutes in the street,
He's
it's gonna
getting-
be a problem.
Oh, like Tim's would come, like his neck
No,
would
it
have been.
wouldn't be no warning. I would just bum rush him.
Oh shit. Oh, this is really bad.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest, I hated that character from the first time I saw him,
Oh
just
damn.
because of the way,
His
like
noise, his noise. Because
That
his noise
too,
had
you know.
had the fire.
that. Yeah, like he just seemed like it's one of those things. That's like you look at somebody and you go, that dude's gonna be a problem. You know, like for whatever reason, it could be a slew of things, but it's like you just look at that guy and you go, I don't like you.
Yeah.
I was hoping that he was gonna be like, I was hoping he was like a setup. I was hoping like he was presented
To
in a
be
certain
that.
way to be perceived a certain way, but then you will find out later on it was actually the opposite. But it wasn't.
It was right on the dot. You're like, nope.
He
He
was-
was the problem.
Whatever you think he is in the beginning, that's what he is throughout the entire movie.
Dang. All right, so there's no like faking it out or like a switcheroo. Okay.
There's no redemption arc for this character.
Oh no, heck.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So I like to see like the bad guys. You get to see their side of it, and it's still wrong, but you're like, I get it. You know, like they have
I mean,
they try to do the good thing the wrong way. If that makes sense. Like that's not
Yeah.
the case here. From that silence, this is not the case. This
What you
fucking-
talking about with the particular situation that bothered me?
no, like
Oh,
I'm
you
talking
talking about just the antagonist?
just like an
period.
antagonist. Like if you like
Oh.
a good antagonist, you're like, okay, you kind of see their side of the story.
Even with the antagonist, like the main bad guy
yeah,
and what he did,
wasn't as bad as this guy
it was stupid.
in comparison, or is just stupid?
No, the guy that did the thing that
Yeah,
that's we're gonna put that to the side.
this is a
That's-
different
that's,
person.
That's separate.
Okay, so
We're talking about the overall problem.
okay.
Because there's what I'm talking about with this guy is something separate. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's
Got it.
it's bad that happens, but he's not the main antagonist.
There's some okay.
the
Now I'm
main
on the same
antagonist.
page.
I'm talking about what he did or why he did it. It's just
It's dumb. Okay.
it made no logical sense. Like, why would you? Did he not think about the repercussions?
Some people don't. And he might have not thought about it, and now he's too deep to go back. Maybe that's the case. I haven't seen the movie yet. Okay. Speaking of too deep, Kelsey, you're one season away, and you're done with Chuck.
So I'm not sure that I'm gonna watch the last season
Yep.
because
Yep.
I feel like season 4 was just a nice little bow.
Yep.
Like it could do a lot of things with it, but it was like, this is a great stopping point. They
Yep.
should not do anything else. But I
Did-
know there's a 5. And
Yep.
I'm like, on the one hand, even though people are like, don't watch it, you're just gonna be disappointed. I kind of want to watch it just to know why, it's kind of like Scrubs season 9. Everybody tells you not to watch it, but
Season
you
what?
watch it and you go, huh?
Season 9. There's a 9th one? I'm
Sorry,
kidding,
there
yeah.
was a trailer thing that they did for Scrubs after season 8.
No, I ended up
um,
watching season 9, so I'm not gonna lie
No.
and tell you I didn't.
And like season 9 was good in its own right,
Yeah,
but it's one of those things that they could have done like Monster Hunter. They could have done so much more and like made it its own thing
they were
and not been Scrubs season 9.
It's because they were
like, they
they're
could've done
holding on
Scrubs
to those
2.
Scrubs jokes and everything. They didn't make their own. Like it was just
Yeah.
let's bring back the running gags again. And I'm like, we're done with that. Like leave that there. Let these kids like make their own thing.
Yeah. Like had the crew be the teachers and the instructors and things now, and like sort of followed that, but then, same thing like they did with the Scrubs cast, where they have, the kids learning, and then Perry or Dr. Cox and Kelso are, there as like a support, and then eventually they get integrated into like the main everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So what about Chuck? So are you? We told you not to watch it, the season 5. So are you still like hopeful you'll still get something out of it, or are you just like fuck it? I'm just trying to finish this.
I'm kind of just fuck it. I'm just trying to finish this.
Okay.
Because like season 3 and 4 were great. Like they did. I mean, for the era, because like they do this in all of these sitcoms or whatever you want to call them. For this era, with like Bones,
Castle.
NCIS, Castle, like all of them do the same thing. They like tug at your heartstrings with certain things, and then like when you finally think it's gonna happen, they're like, "Ha, no, just kidding," and then rip it away.
Watch next season.
The I do love this show because it's like they should have died so many times.
I think once every episode they should have died.
Like it's just people like, and my favorite is like, oh, they sort of get jolted and kind of sort of get thrown against the wall, and now they're just knocked out.
Mhm.
Like, no, bitch, like get up and shake it off. What the fuck are you doing? You know, like Sarah gets knocked out more times than not.
She's sleepy.
But season 3 and 4 were great. Like, I really like the way that they ended season 4. With what's his name, Morgan, putting on the glasses.
Oh yeah.
And that, and I'm like, on the one hand, I don't think they should have done that. On the other hand, I think that's hilarious.
I didn't like that part. Like, it was funny. It's like, oh, now he has it. But then I'm like, oh, now he has it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are they going to stretch this out with him having it? And I'm like, oh.
And then it also makes me, that also makes me wonder where the fuck they're going to go with this in season 5.
You'll see.
And so, it's one of those that, like, I'm really happy just stopping here, but I have to know. Like, I want to know. Like even if, like, whenever I eventually watch Game of Thrones, I'm still gonna watch season 8, even though it's like the shitfall of the series.
But you understand. But the difference between you watching Game of Thrones now that it's over is that you know what to expect. When we're watching it week by week, we're like, it better be lit, and then we're just disappointed. We telling you you're going to be disappointed, so you'll enjoy it more because you're like, okay, I don't have to worry about this being lit. It's gonna be whatever, and you enjoy it for what it is. So it might be the same thing for Chuck. Like 5 was, it was one of those, like, how many episodes I got left?
Well, there's only 13 episodes, luckily, for season 5, and it's, looking at the preview stamps for them, it looks like they still have the same crew going.
Yeah,
I see the general in there in a couple of scenes, so I'm interested just to watch it. Like, no expectations other than being disappointed. I'm not like expecting this to be like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Like the first 4 seasons were. If they had left it at season 4, I'd have been perfectly happy. Like, I think that was a great way to end it. It was nice and clean for the most part, and like a happy ending. And I'm just like, yeah, this is great. Like, this is awesome.
Now we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more season.
Yeah. I feel like it was just a cash grab. Like, they were just like, we can squeeze out more, and
and everybody's out. And the cast crew's like, no, please, we're done. We don't want any more. Do it. Fuck.
Yeah, it, like, have you guys seen Supernatural?
I have not. My girl Janiana loves that show.
There's like 43 seasons of Supernatural. It's only like 15 or 16. I'm actually
okay. I'm like, the last time she told me about it, it was like season 12 or 13. I'm like, there's 43 already.
Let's see, trying to let me just see how many seasons there actually are. Fucking load. There's 15.
Jeez, man, that's like The Simpsons, right? Or The Simpsons are over 20 now, right?
I think The Simpsons are more than that.
It's at 30.
I thought it was close to 30.
I don't know.
They've been doing it since 1990, 1989.
Then okay, then yeah, it's probably the 30s already.
They're at 34.
Holy shit!
I mean, One Piece has over 1,000 episodes, I think.
Yeah, it is. No, you're right. Because I think I was speaking to Chris, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm on episode like almost 600 or so. I don't know what the hell it is. It's just, how is there so much?"
Everybody that I've talked to about One Piece is like, it is the most amazing anime you've ever seen and the best manga to read. And I like really want to catch up onto it, but I can't. 1,000 episodes, dude. Like,
times that by 20. That's how many minutes of your life you're dedicating to it. I can't. I don't want to. It's not that I can't. I don't want to do that. I don't.
Like, I started watching it a while ago, and I only got up to like episode 20, and then I stopped, and I'm just like, I could go back, but I don't know.
I don't want
to. Might just be one of those things I miss out on.
I think that's for me. I think I'm just gonna miss out on it because it's too much for me anyway.
But yeah, Chuck, definitely recommend. If you haven't seen Chuck, Highly recommend it. It's funny. It's some of it is witty. You know, I love that even in like season 4, even though they don't do some of the same ruses where like Chuck shows up and Casey is just a waiter or something there, you know, but when they do, he's still like, why are you here? Like, bitch, what do you think? You've been doing this for 4 seasons now. What do you think is gonna happen?
Is any of this gonna stay within your head? Like, you're gonna memorize that he's part of the job? Anyway, okay.
So, yeah, definitely recommend Chuck. It's awesome.
Lit. I'm gonna start bouncing. It's a game of the year, he said. He asked if it was game of the year.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna start bouncing between both of you guys because you guys are the ones left with the content. Brian, you listened to an album by Gallant?
Gallant. I never heard
Damn
him
it.
say his name, so I don't know how to pronounce it.
I thought you corrected me. I'm like, shit. I had 2 choices. I was gonna say Gallant or Gallant, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with Gallant.
I'm gonna go Gallant because he sings.
Go for it. Tell me about it.
All right, boom. So I heard this guy years ago, back when I used to like actively go through and search for music on SoundCloud.
Okay.
I think the first song I heard from was called like "Waiting Gold" or something like that.
And that's a track or a project, like a EP?
Song.
Okay.
Great singer. Sounded like a good song. Then I heard another single from him called "Gentleman," and that's basically just "I'm gonna bang the shit out of you like a gentleman."
Oh, excuse me.
He's good. He's a good singer. Good R&B music. And I saw that he released this, so I listened to it. And the best way to sum it up is if anyone here is very passionate about 90s to 2000s R&B, and you're like, yo, no one's making stuff like this anymore. It literally sounds like he just remade that kind of music.
Does it sound like he remade it, or he stepped from a time machine from that era? There's a difference. Oh, really? So it's that good? Okay.
It feels very genuine.
Okay.
But the downside to this is that like the thing that makes 90s 2000s R&B like still I fuck with that is because you tie it to something, whether it's like a moment or a feeling or whatever. Where this falls because it's something new, so you don't have that connect. You can appreciate like the way they went with this album, but since there's no connection, it's like, oh, that's cool, and then you kind of move on.
But you don't have like the Tamiya connection because it came out back then, and I got you. But I mean, like, you can make new moments of that. You can have it play now, and maybe now you can, you know, with moments from here on out, it can work, right?
Yeah, like that's true. But like, I think it's solid overall. I don't think it's bad. It's just that's the one knock against it.
How many tracks?
I want to say 8. Let me see.
Ooh, runtime's probably like what, 40 minutes, even less?
Like 28, I think. Let me see. I'm just saying numbers that sound right.
I mean, that's how we math, bro. We throw numbers together. So more numbers come out.
I'm going. 8 songs, 28 minutes. I'm actually the best.
He called that shit. Brian, I think you get busy. I don't know why you made that noise.
Like there wasn't any song on here that I hated.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
That's a contender for this year, then, huh?
There's one on here that I hearted out of all the 8. There's only one named Julie.
Okay.
I don't know why I was like, this shit slaps. There's some only 3 features. So one of them has Brandy, which is a legend in R&B.
I was gonna ask you if there was any features like old R&B singers are they featuring, but you just answered my question. So
yeah, out of the 3 features, she's the only like
recognizable name.
R&B, yeah, not that it's recognizable, but she's the legend that they put on here. The other one's Aaron Ray, which is like a younger singer guy. I like his voice a lot, and I listen to some of his music. And then the other one is Van Jess, which I think is 2 girls. Yeah, it's 2 girls. I've heard some of their stuff whenever Spotify would just recommend music to me. I like them too. I don't really remember. I remember the Brandy one. I like that one, but not like it was at like the cusp of hearting it. I don't even remember the one under that with Aaron Ray in it. But yeah, all of it's solid. If you like that kind of music, you can listen to this. You probably enjoy it. Something you can play around the house on like a Sunday or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's solid. He still sounds good. So
Cool.
that's all I gotta say about that.
I'll have to add it to okay. I'll have to add it to the backlog. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come back to you, Brian. You got one more thing to review there, Kelsey. You saw some throwbacks, and you saw a movie I recommended, or me and Randall recommended. I think Randall was there to watch it too. And Brian? Question mark? I don't remember who I watch movies with anymore because when the movies play, I'm just watching the movie.
He always forgets when I'm there, so I guess that's the main catalyst. What movie? What are you talking about?
Love and Monsters.
That's the one with the pretty lady from Iron Fist.
That was the one I recommended.
I mean, we watched it together. I watched it downstairs.
That's the one with the pretty lady from
We
Iron
watched
Fist?
it together?
I sat down and watched it, and then we came and talked about it.
Question, and then I can fix this.
Go for it.
Is this the one pretty lady from Iron Fist?
I don't remember who that is.
So yeah,
That's
we all saw it downstairs.
That's what I'm saying. I saw it downstairs. So that next episode we reviewed it together.
I don't know why I thought I saw that movie alone.
Because Randall, you're doing what I do. When the movie's playing, no one else is there.
I mean, you guys can just tell me I don't exist. I can take it.
We've all been recording an empty webcam this entire time, and then Brian's just a soundboard.
It's just the ghost of a dog.
Yeah. But go ahead, Kelsey.
This movie was awesome. Like it was funny, just downright funny. I really wish that what's his name, Michael Rooker, and the girl had a little bit bigger part in it.
Facts.
But
those are facts.
But with what they did, I felt like the pacing and everything was just perfect. Like it was never like, okay, fucking let's move on already. It was just everything was moving forward. The very beginning with him talking about like everything that went on and what he does and that kind of stuff was hilarious. He plays this scared little kid, very well. But does a great job of like seeing him grow and everything like that. Seeing his character become more of a
survivor.
Yeah, fuck Cap, bastard. But
him. What do you think about the dog though, man? That dog.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy was definitely like he was great because he was a solver of problems for some things and the causer of a lot of problems for others.
Yep.
With backstory of his own.
Yeah, with his backstory. The dress thing, that shit was dope, the way they did that.
Yeah. His whole thing is setting out to go find his girlfriend from 7 years ago. And like any normal person would look at this and go, why? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What is this? And it played out exactly how you thought it would be.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, thank you for not just being like, you
waited for me.
Yeah. But I did like the scene where he's poisoned and high as fuck. And then when he wakes up and he was like, so we kissed, and she's like, actually, you kissed Raggedy Ray over there, and he's like, dude.
That was good stuff. What do you think of the monsters and stuff that they showed in the movie?
I thought they were really awesome. I didn't quite know what the queen was, like what it was supposed to be. The thing that he blows up with the grenade. The thing that digs through the ground and they're like,
I don't remember what it's supposed to be. Like the one that has the sock fetish thing, or like the
thing that gets grenaded when the dog is trying to go for the dress and it goes at
him.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be because all of it are mutations from like what's actually on Earth, but I don't know what the hell it was.
I don't remember what it looks like, so I don't know.
Like it looked just like a.
You think it's an earthworm?
Maybe.
It looks like it could be.
Because it has it had the teeth like in circular motion.
In
the front.
You can look it up.
That's
I
good
guess.
for burrowing.
Burrowing.
Burrow.
Earth. Sorry, I'm a bender. I just don't know what bender. I'm a firebender. That's easy.
You're a cum bender?
Oh, imagine the waters have everything, dude.
I tell you.
You can become benders.
You can become cum benders.
Ah.
Look the other way around.
Go ahead,
So-
clean it up.
Go ahead, clean it up.
You like that?
What kind of guy that you are?
What kind of guy you are?
Yeah, so it just says that because he falls into the nest at first, and it just says worm monsters, and that's all it says.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know what.
So it's some sort of worm,
So it might be
Um,
what you were saying.
but you know, I really enjoy the pacing. The comedy is there.
Yep.
The whole thing is just a comedy, but they do a really great job of like with the pacing and how he goes from being this scared little child to like realizing that he's not actually as scared as he thinks he is, you know, and he progresses and moves on with life and you know everything else. It's got some tearjerker moments in it, but all in all, like it was just an excellent movie. Highly would recommend this to anybody who wants to watch it.
I have two questions. Who is your favorite character, and why is it the robot he finds in the cabin?
That's my favorite character.
Well, that's everybody's favorite character.
Mavis, where you spell it with a 1 instead of an I.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
That's like the only sad part. That's the only part I was like, damn.
Yeah, that I mean, he only had a certain amount of time. This battery was going out, so
my favorite character would probably be the duo with Michael Rooker and the little girl.
yeah, they were really good.
Like,
I wish they had
if-
more of that.
If I had to like pick, you know, characters that I like, Clyde and Minnow were just great. You know, they worked really well together. They bounced, you know, the dialogue and things off of each other. Like, I love that whenever Michael Rooker's character was talking about something, she was animating him the main character dying.
Yeah.
You know, and just making fun of him and everything. I kind of wanted. I wish it would have been like a little bit longer to see them like, because I kind of figured what was going to happen when he got to her camp or
Yeah.
her whatever you call it, and I really kind of wanted to see him be like, okay, then why don't we go to this
North.
place,
Mhm.
you know, and then they meet back up with him, or you know, as he's walking to her camp, Rooker and the girl decide we should probably go help him because he's probably not going to last very long out here on his own.
He's
you
gonna
know?
get himself
type
fucking
thing.
killed.
So
What it seemed, what the ending, I guess, since we've all seen it, there's no worry about spoilers. But if you haven't seen Love and Monsters, and pause this, go watch it, come back to this, and give me the rest of the views. Thanks. It ends with there could be a second one. It's gonna be the journey to the north or the journey to the other planet. So, for anyone who made this movie out of the millions of people who listen to this podcast, yes, make the next one, please. We're waiting for it. That's all.
I really want Michael Rooker to refer to himself as Mary Poppins in the next one, though.
You can't like that's a Guardians thing. We can't bring that over. As much as I fucking love that. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, so it was excellent. Everything about the movie was just great. The cast was great. Like, I don't really know who Dylan O'Brien is, or he's the main character in The Maze Runner.
I haven't seen
That's
that.
why he looks familiar.
I give him credit because he knows how to act scared in this movie so well. Like when he looks scared, I think it looks like they actually made that creature in front of him, and he has no idea what to do, so he shot himself.
Oh, he was the main dude in Teen Wolf,
The show or the movie?
the show.
Okay, I'm like the movie. I think was what's
He's
his
one
name?
of the main dudes
Michael
anyway.
J. Fox.
Yeah, it was Michael J. Fox. I'm like, and that was like in the '80s, so maybe '90s.
Oh, there's another one.
I didn't know they made a
2011.
show. I didn't know they made a show.
Michael J. Fox is the movie Teen Wolf.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, what? You threw me off there.
Adam, like I think talked about Teen Wolf a lot. I'll have
Is
to
it-
ask him about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's good, let me know. I can add it to my backlog. I didn't know they made a show.
I think there's at least 100 episodes. That might be
Oh.
all the episodes.
Fuck me. Oh, it's all of them? Okay.
I mean, that's you got to think like 4 or 5 seasons, 20 episodes a piece. It's pretty
I
normal.
mean, you're right. But if they're all like 20 minutes or an hour long, that's different. That's 100 hours versus, 100 divided by 20. So that, it depends.
So,
Anywho,
highly recommend Love and Monsters. It was super funny, super great. Just all around amazing.
I don't know about you guys, chat and audience, but that's 4 for 4. And we ain't talking about Wendy's. Okay? So, like, go watch the movie.
4 for 4 that you've recommended and I've watched.
No, I mean, we all agree we like this movie. So when we all agree, that means it's a must watch for them. So don't fucking
Gotcha.
slack. Go watch it. Feel me? Anywho, let's move on here. I saw you. Did you rewatch iRobot? 'Cause I'm pretty sure we talked about iRobot before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember us talking about iRobot.
No, I mean
before,
you
but-
personally. Like,
Oh, yeah.
We've
Yeah.
spoken about iRobot, so I'm like, did he rewatch it?
Adam brought it up a couple weeks ago or a couple nights ago, and was like, I should watch that again because that was a great movie.
I haven't seen that in years. I have no idea what it would look like now. How did it
I
hold
mean, it
up?
came out in 2004.
Yeah. How
Alan
did-
Tudyk plays Sonny, the main robot.
Yeah.
Like it just everything about the movie is awesome. Like the CGI obviously is
Yeah, but
kind of
that's,
bad considering, but
that's understandable though. That, like you said, 2004. I'm not gonna hold it against it.
yeah. The movie, I mean, I watched it again and was still like, this is just incredible. Like
Okay.
even knowing everything that's gonna happen, knowing like how bad the CGI is and things, they still did a great job considering,
Mhm.
what they were doing. But I mean, this is back when, Will Smith and Shia LaBeouf hadn't gone insane yet. And I forget the doctor's name.
Well, even to Shia LaBeouf's credit, even after he's gone insane, Peanut Butter Falcon is still a fantastic movie. You should go watch it.
He's some sort of bounty hunter.
You some sort of bounty hunter? Anyway, but go ahead, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen, iRobot by now, you're really missing out.
Yeah,
Like, it's just-
don't worry about spoilers. They had almost 20 years now, right? Like no, 2004 you said, so 17. No, I can't do math.
17.
It is 17. Oh,
11 plus 4 is 11.
No, I don't know why I doubt myself. I tell you guys DOS and I don't even listen to myself. What's going on?
You a bum.
Oh, we can fight.
So it's got some big names in it. The movie is just awesome. The characters are awesome. The plot is awesome. The ending is awesome.
Yeah. All right, so it still holds up. I might have to rewatch that one day. 'Cause I haven't seen it in I think over a decade.
Yeah, like-
so.
Adam messaged me about it, and I was like, oh yeah, like that came out like a few years ago, didn't it? And then I looked it up, I was like, 2004, Jesus Christ.
That's a few years. Shit. All right, that's cool. I do have to rewatch that because I haven't seen it in a long time. When's the last time you watched that robot? Oof. Decade 2?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. What we got left? Oh, Kelsey, tell me.
FX are pretty awesome.
They did, because I remember Brian when Brian makes those fucking FX has the movies jokes. It reminds me of the trailers that they would do, and this iRobot would be in it. But Kelsey,
What's up?
Baby Driver. This is a chat. This could be 2 guaranteed watch movies because we all love Baby Driver here, but we don't know if Kelsey loves Baby Driver. Kelsey, do you love Baby Driver?
So all in all, I really didn't think it was going to be this great.
No. Even Javi likes Baby Driver. Okay, he's in my chat letting everybody know. Okay,
That's your son.
I was so mad, dude. What? But yeah, Baby Driver. Go ahead, talk about it, man. I mean, I don't know if we reviewed it on here or not, but
I wasn't I didn't see trailers for this, or I don't remember the trailers for this. I didn't really have an idea of what I thought this was going to be about, other than what I could see from the poster.
Yeah.
So I figured he was going to be part of like a bank robbing team or some sort of team that robs something. But didn't expect him to be somebody who's not really part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Where he's just he's only here because of what happened with him as a child and trying to boost Kevin Spacey's character's car or something.
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoyed the storyline of like learning his backstory and understanding like how he got into this mess. It was just an incredible movie. Nothing like I thought it was going to be. The ending wasn't what I thought it was going to be either.
Mhm.
You know, I was kind of like not really blindsided, but
I see what you did there.
you know,
I see what you did there.
but kind of, you know, coming from like a possibility into reality type
Mhm.
thing. You know, it was one of those that you're like, well, you know, maybe, and then it actually happens, and you're going, okay, you know. So
I just want to say that whoever played Baby Driver's love interest, gorgeous. I don't know. I don't remember what her name is, but I just know she was
Lily
a delight
James?
to look at. And
yes,
she did the accent very well. I don't think that's
Yes.
her actual accent.
Baby baby.
yeah, Lily James is actually in quite a few things.
Yeah.
Trying to
She's in one with the
Wrath
chick
of
who
the Titans,
plays. She's in one.
Mamma Mia, Burnt, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies.
There's another one with the girl who plays Valkyrie. I always forget her name. Tessa Johnson?
That's
No.
Thompson.
Tessa Thompson? That's what her name is.
Bombing.
Now I want to watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
And there you go.
Um,
Yeah. What do you think of the Edgar Wright stuff?
She's from England.
That's what you gasped at, Brian.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I'm moving, Anthony.
To England. You're gonna go meet
Yeah.
Tommy. You and Tommy gonna take.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do some business between us.
between us, you're gonna be a fucking blinder. A fucking blinder bloke. Hey. Anyway. What was I
Speaking
gonna
of
ask you?
accents, I recently found out that I could change Siri to be British or Australian or Irish, Scottish.
Damn, I wish I could do mine. I have mine as an English woman. I don't have
Yeah,
Irish or
mine's,
Scottish yet on Google's
Mine's
side.
Australian because to me Australians are like the party version of England people.
I mean,
Wait,
always
say that again.
To me, the Australian accent, I enjoy that more because it's like the party version of English people.
Yeah, I set her as Australian as well.
Boy, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, so you can do American, Australian, British, Indian, Irish, or South African, and then do male or female. And I downloaded all of them and listened to them, but that Australian,
Which one is the closest to Scottish?
What do you mean? Which one's the closest?
Yeah, like that. You know how Merida sounds from Brave?
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
is that?
Scottish.
Yeah, so which one are the ones that he mentioned?
He
Well,
he
he
said
said
that
Scottish
he
and
said
Irish.
Scottish and
Oh,
Irish.
he did say Scottish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're freaking out,
no,
bro.
Oh.
Scottish wasn't actually in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
I thought it
a
was.
liar now. That's crazy.
So
Yeah, so American, Australian, British, Indian, Irish, and South African. There's no Scottish.
So
I thought it was. But it was
Ireland
South African.
might be the closest, but they do have different different like slang. So
Yeah, they're more Dublin like
they're-
that.
yeah, the IRA.
Trust me. I'm a doctor.
We've seen a lot of Peaky Blinders.
So far, every fucking like European kind of fucking medium, like show or movie, I've been enjoying. It's just been words, bro. I don't even know how to say it, dude.
Well, I mean, I
Well,
have one
it's
that I'm
also-
watching, but you're
Snowball.
Yeah, I got you, but you're not gonna like
It's
this one.
different. Usually, not to mention the accents are usually a huge turn on. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl. If you hear it, you're just like,
You hit him with the
But yeah, so Baby Driver was like, it was really cool. I love the twist. I loved Jamie Foxx played an incredible character
Yes.
in
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Like he did a great job. The guy, I always forget his name,
John Hamm.
plays Draper.
John Hamm.
Yeah, John Hamm. I really like him. He played an awesome character. His girlfriend,
She's the one that was
Monica?
she's the one that was in Godzilla versus Kong.
that's why she looked familiar. I was like, when she came in and because like I saw Baby Driver before I saw Godzilla, I think it was, and I saw her and I was like,
I've seen her before.
Why does she look familiar?
That
She's
was
apparently also in Alita Battle Angel.
Yes, she is.
Are
Are they making
I
another
really
one of those
enjoyed
or no?
what?
Are they making another Lita or no?
I
I haven't
think
heard
so.
anything. Yeah, I haven't heard if they were or not. But yeah, I enjoyed Lita. I'd watch
I know that
another one.
there's an anime of it. That's only 2 episodes though.
Oh,
But I'm not really sure. They could definitely do a lot with Alita. I think that universe is awesome.
yeah, I agree.
Do you want a motorball with me?
No, I can watch you play
Oh.
motorball, but me doing that, I'll lose. I'll trip over
No, it's not
myself.
the same, bro. We got a motorball as a squad, bro.
Well, then I'm gonna bring
Right?
that squad to the bottom of the leaderboard. So I don't think
I
you
feel
want
like that
that.
would be an awesome game to play.
Yeah,
Her I really kind of wish that her and John Hamm's character did a little bit more.
Yeah.
But for what it was, they did a great job. You know.
yeah,
Again, the ending was kind of surprising, but not at the same time. You know, it was one of those that you had thought in the back of your head that this is kind of how it's going to go down, and then you see it and you go, "Yeah, I'm glad it ended up this way instead."
Yeah.
You know, like you always root for the character and whatever, but you know, it's nice to see it's nice to see conflict and things not just always work out for everybody.
correct. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The whole happily ever
then-
after shit at the end is like, ugh, you know?
Yeah.
And Kevin Spacey's character at the very end there,
Yep.
hilarious.
That made me laugh because I was not expecting. I knew they would have to face him because obviously he's the mastermind. So I'm like, oh, this is not going to go down great. And then he does what he does, and I'm like, oh snap!
And then when the cop shows up,
Mhm.
it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I think that was his last great thing before his shit that went down.
Yeah.
Because I think there was no House of Cards yet, or he already filmed House of Cards, and then what happened.
Yeah, so he did Baby Driver, Rebel in the Rye, and then Billionaire Boys Club in 2018.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
But which also stars Ansel Elgort.
Oh, the main dude
guy
from
who
Baby
plays
Driver.
Baby?
Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plays
Yeah.
Baby Baby.
So
Cool.
apparently they're making a Baby Driver too.
What
Oh.
state is it in? Like they just does it say?
I have no idea.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for it. I love the first one.
It's just listed under Ansel's acting list. It doesn't have a
Okay.
date or anything next to it. It just shows it's just listed.
It might be like it's still maybe the script's still being written, or they already have the script and they're just doing stuff.
I mean that's what they did for Avatar. They're like Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 are already listed under Sigourney Weaver's
Credits?
page. But yeah,
Oh,
but
but nothing's been done, right? Like, isn't he like underwater doing research or something? James Cameron, what is he doing?
I have no idea.
Isn't he like blowing otters?
Yeah, they still have Avatar 2 post production supposed to come out in 2022. Avatar 3 apparently is also in post production in 2024. Avatar 4 is filming for 2026, and Avatar 5 is filming 2028.
Is he gonna film all of them back to back to back? Is that what he's doing?
It looks like he's filming them all at the same time, basically. Yeah.
Like, isn't that what Lord of the Rings did? Like he filmed all of them and then edited them and released them as every other year or something. I thought that's what happened. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting that confused with a different series.
I think you're freaking out.
I thought it was Lord of the Rings. Like he filmed all of it and then released it in 3 parts.
That sounds familiar, but I don't honestly remember.
That's fair. I mean, we can fact check that later.
You have
Yeah, maybe definitely go see Baby Driver if you haven't seen it. It's a great action movie. The cast is awesome. The characters are awesome. There's like not a lot of twists, but kind of a couple of twists, that happen throughout it, and it's really exciting to see what happens.
It's fast paced. Edgar Wright has a good and also has like a thing for music and syncing the movie to music. And
Yes.
he does a fantastic job on almost all his movies when he does that. And this is no different.
I love that the way that they sync everything to the music
Yes.
is so perfect. And then even when he's like, when
Even when he
it's
shifts
almost like
gears.
he knows that this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like Baby knows this is what's going to happen, because there's certain parts where he'll like rewind or like start the song over or something so that it makes sure that it syncs up everything.
Yeah. It's really
I
Edgar Wright
remember
in
who
music.
told me.
Good.
I remember who told me, but the times when he takes out his left headphone,
Yeah.
when he does that, your left speaker won't be inputting any or outputting anything.
Yeah, that is correct. It's good stuff. Like Edgar Wright with music and in his films, he treats it with care. It's great. All right, Brian.
What?
Thus spoke Rohan. I forgot how to pronounce his first name. It's Kishibe? Kishibe?
That's his last name.
Oh, Rohan Kishibe, sorry.
God, do you even
Alright.
watch anime? What's wrong with you?
The hell?
Pussy.
I hate
Actually, it's
anime.
probably because he always watches it in English.
I love to, man. I hate just staring at the fucking text. I like to like just watch the whole frame. The audio comes in English. I understand it.
And learn Japanese.
Yeah, that is an option.
Those are facts.
No, there's no
He
facts. His facts. I'm not gonna argue
said.
that.
He said facts. That's what he said.
Yeah, it is. I'll give
I
you
didn't
this.
hear what Randall said, so
He said
you.
he just said learn Japanese, and I'm like,
There you
that's true. That is an option. I don't want to do that option. That's all.
See, the thing is, Anthony liked watching JoJo with English voices because it fit wherever they lived. But
Yeah, man, it was so cool.
fitting the geography,
Yeah,
Japanese Dio voice.
they're both
You
good.
feel me?
Like why can't I have both?
I
Anthony.
don't know about that. Like,
Anthony,
it
hold on.
really depends on who they pick for certain characters, because I'm trying to. I prefer a majority of the anime that I've watched in Japanese because I
Okay.
feel like the voices of the characters fit them so much better.
Okay. Brian, are you frozen? No, he's moving. What happened?
Give me your favorite English voice line from JoJo.
Me?
Yeah, first.
Oh my god, Jonathan Joestar. You can place that voice. What year? What place?
All right, so you like that one a lot.
Yeah,
Now
man.
Put that against Sambio Keika.
I'm hard. I'm sorry.
Go
Jotaro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And then Bucciarati. Giorno Giovanna. Come on.
Moody Blues.
Yeah, like they.
I'm gonna just slap my phone off my table from that last one.
Damn. Oh, I guess since we're talking about JoJo real quick, they announced the next part has been announced. There's a trailer out. The main character is a chick named Jocelyn.
Jolene Cujo.
Why did I say Jocelyn? Jolene Cujo.
Is it Jolene? Because now I'm questioning myself.
And that's hype.
Jolene.
They
He's
showed her
he's just telling you lies straight on screen.
It's
My bad.
It's
Jolene.
It's
Jolene Cujo. And that was dope. It was a cool announcement. Short. You heard her voice for a bit. I'm down.
Yada,
I've been waiting for more JoJo. Thank God. Let's bring it on, I can't wait to hear the music.
There's so much I need to catch up on, man. I gotta watch JoJo. I want to watch the new fairy tale. The new fairy tale
the anime.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta catch up on My Hero Academia. I gotta finish what's it called? Attack on Titan.
Yeah. So do I on Attack on Titan.
So I can tell you that afterwards, but Attack on Titan I got a story about.
Okay. You guys want a fun fact about part 6? Go ahead, Javi. Well, we'll keep the show going. You just tell me the fun fact. Brian, thus spoke Rohan Kishibe. Tell me about it.
Boom, right?
Spin-off of JoJo.
Spin-off of JoJo, following a character in part 4, Rohan Kishibe. Right?
Kishibe. Yeah.
He was already up there for me. So his backstory for part 4, he was already a character I really liked. You see, Limp Bizkit's localized name's gonna be Flaccid Pancake. Oh my god.
What?
So
Can you say that again?
Limp to explain it. I'm gonna explain the joke, or not the joke. I'm gonna explain, and then I'm gonna read what he said for you. So I guess the creator of the show is really into music and like artists. So their stands and characters' names are like puns, or they're named after musicians like Prince or Color Purple or like Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
In part 6, there's someone apparently named Limp Bizkit, either the person or the stand. But to avoid copyright, like whenever they put it in subtitles or like in English, they do like a Walgreens off-brand name. So instead of calling them Limp Bizkits, they're gonna call them Flaccid Pancake.
That is awesome.
That's gonna be great. Go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
So yeah, part 4, the character that this is about, Rohan. I already liked him a good amount. When I watched part 4, he wasn't my favorite, but he was up there, right? So I was glad that I get more time with him.
Yeah.
The art style isn't like part 4. It's part 5, but with characters from part 4.
Say less, fam.
There's some people that look weird, like
they
younger
do.
people, and like some female faces look funny to me. I don't know why, but they look funny to me.
Did you think Trish looked funny?
No, Trish looked good, but like in
Okay.
this, some of the face, I'm like, wait, what?
That's weird. Okay.
Like the hair lady in part 4, her face,
Mhm.
I'm like, what?
Okay.
I don't know where to start. It's 4 episodes, right?
Mhm.
Each episode is Rohan telling a story.
Okay.
Sometimes he's just sitting at a cafe. Sometimes there's one episode where he's actually living it at that time, like what the story is. And there's one where I don't know where he is, but he's recounting whatever happened.
Okay.
Each story is like it's kind of murder mystery. It gives you Something Died vibes when he's telling you the story.
Oh, okay.
Every time something, you're like, I don't know. That's the vibe of this.
Like a mystery vibe. Like a okay.
Yeah, like something's not right. Anime goosebumps. That's what this show
I'm
is.
with it right now. Okay.
The music that they choose. One is JoJo. You know it's gonna be weird as fuck going into it.
Guitar. That's what I'm expecting.
The ambient, like the music and the tones. You're like, I don't feel comfortable people going forward.
Ooh.
And then the way he tells a story, it keeps like on the edge of your seat. And a lot of them, it's not even about him. It's just, hey, I heard this story by doing this research, and then you're into it.
Okay.
That's the most I can say without spoiling it. There's no weak episode.
Yes. So 4 for 4. There's no like filler.
I enjoyed all of them. I think the first 2, I don't know, between the first or second one are my favorite.
Episode, like the first episode or second episode?
The episode. That's the most I can say without spoilers. I
They're
subscribed to
mysteries.
Netflix. I subscribed to Netflix to see the last episode. Just that's how much I enjoyed this show.
Okay.
I saw it through other means. That's all I will say to you.
Don't worry about us. We don't need to know that. Right? You saw it. That's it.
But I saw it. Intro. Do you guys know how I feel about intros? If it's 1 frame long, that's perfect.
Fleabag. Your top tier in Brian's book.
I never skipped the intro.
Ooh.
4 episodes, I never skipped the intro.
Did you skip the intro to Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Did you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I watched it. I didn't skip that one. That one was short enough.
It was pretty short. Like it was the good music. It introduced all the the cast and crew, and then we're in it.
Yeah, like I like that. I like the short, and sweet. You know, there's very few that I'm like, I really want to watch this intro. Samurai Champloo is probably one of the few. You know,
I think for me it was the same way because like older animes like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Samurai Champloo, like you mentioned, Cowboy Bebop, they all had great intros and outros. Like the music was great, so I'm like, I'll watch it just to hear the music.
The main reason I normally don't watch anime intros is because they're like, let me spoil things for you when you're trying to just start an episode.
That's true. They showed a lot in those intros.
There's some shows where it just slaps so hard. Tell me what happens. You know?
Yeah.
I always hated watching the outros to DBZ because they were like, next time on DBZ, and it's like, you thought Krillin was dead, but haha, he's not. You know, it's like
you see a character react.
Thank you for spoiling it.
Yeah, like Goku didn't die from, and they say the move and when 17 minutes in, the Goku comes back from Frieza's ball. Bebop's obviously an exception because it does spoil. It shows you who the crew is,
who the squad is. Yeah,
but I'm like, yo,
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
He told me specifically it's time to blow this joint.
Oof. Okay,
So
3,
I gotta
2,
blow
1.
the
Let's
joint
jam.
with him.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum,
Goes off,
ba-dum.
dude.
Goes off. Come on.
Back to Rohan's. Rohan's is short. The best way I can explain the music part of it, goosebumps, mysterious,
Mhm.
and then subtle Castlevania guitar solo.
I knew it was
And
gonna be
then it
guitars.
ends.
JoJo always has those guitars in it, man.
Even the visuals entertaining. It's like, what the hell? Like, what? I don't want to spoil. He's gonna watch. It shows Rohan doing what his stand ability is. What he
good.
can do. It zooms in on his face, and then he pulls out a pen, and then it goes into the camera, and then it goes into weird shit.
Okay.
It goes into the pen. The pen has like it's like
hole.
an ink pen that you fill, and
Mhm.
it goes into the hole, and then the guitar starts, and then you just do shit, and it's purple.
Lit. Gotta miss JoJo. I'm gonna rewatch
about
Golden
20
Wind.
something. Honestly,
You
I
have too
enjoyed
much
this
in your
so-
backlog. Go.
I enjoyed this so much.
But Golden Wind.
I went back and changed who my favorite character was in part 4 because I enjoyed Rohan that much.
Oh
I was
shit.
like, geez, dude. But yeah, that's all I can say without spoiling it. I
Yeah,
thoroughly
I'm gonna
enjoyed
watch it.
I'm sad now because there's no more JoJo. I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna read the mangas and stuff. I
I'm
don't know
waiting
if
for the
part 6 is
animation.
gonna actually start airing. You guys know that I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then I'm gonna binge.
Yeah.
No. This
No,
first episode, I'm in there.
Yeah. JoJo has become one of those. Oh, it's out. We watching it. Like it's not. We ain't waiting for
That shit.
nothing.
Mm.
All right.
Mm. Yeah, so if you're
Sounds like a
if you're not a
recommend.
JoJo fan, watch it, idiot. That's my sentence. Tim. If you haven't seen JoJo, you shut the hell up and go watch it.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Kelsey. If you've seen JoJo,
It's one of those things that like I have to actively pay attention to because I watch it in Japanese.
Yeah. You have to like read what's going on because there's episodes where like they info dump you and you're like, wait, what? And then you have to pay
Yeah.
attention.
Like even
Okay.
certain English animes, I'll like be listening to it and then they'll just hit you with like a shit ton of information and you're
Yeah.
going, okay, let me go back 3 minutes. How did we get here?
Ghost in the
Okay,
Shell.
so that's how. Wait, where did that guy come from?
Yeah.
If I sneeze when Ghost in the Shell's playing, I already need to restart the show from the first episode.
Ghost in the Shell.
That's a show that this like gives you a lot of information quickly.
Do you miss an episode? You miss a conversation. Like, what the fuck? Why is she nude?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
It's definitely that way for the Laughing Man series,
Yeah.
which is I think like the first half of Ghost in the Shell. But
Mhm.
after that, they kind of tone it back with some of it.
Oh, okay.
No, standalone complex.
Yeah,
I don't know if-
standalone
yeah,
complex.
even now, like, why is she trying to fuck a kid?
Oh, that episode was weird.
I want to see
Obvious-
all the part 6 characters already. Oh shit!
Just wait, man. We have to be thankful they're doing it. Like let them do it. Take their time, and then release it.
Yeah. So, if you watch JoJo like you should have, you fucking whores that haven't,
Oh, not
You're
me.
gonna
I
like
watched
this.
it.
you're gonna like this.
Okay,
If you like murder mystery, then watch all of JoJo and then watch this.
got it. All of it
if you
leads
like-
to watch all of JoJo. Got it.
Yeah, it leads to it. You can, I guess, you can go part 4 into this because then you'll be like, "That's Rohan."
That's true.
But going through all of it and then coming back to him, like, that's my guy. I think.
Is there any links to any other parts or any other characters, or is it just like these stories standalone? Where let's say we haven't watched any JoJo, will we be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Besides his stand?
The stand, he basically explains sometimes.
Okay,
The characters in the story not connected. He's sometimes talking to characters from part 4. So sometimes he's telling a story to someone.
Uh-huh.
When the story ends, you just see the table full of just people who are just sitting there.
Okay, cool. I'm
And
excited.
there's like, sometimes you'll see that a character is walking away, and you're like, "That's that guy."
Yeah.
When he's not in the middle of the story.
Oh, let's get it. Jotaro. So this takes place
Um,
after 4, though, right?
It seems like it. I
Okay.
don't know where in 4. I just know that he's in the town still. and
Jusuke.
He's talking.
Josuke, sorry, not Jusuke.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I
Great.
started a subscription to see the last episode.
One of the episodes is before 5. Okay.
Okay. Wait, so where's the rest of it take place?
Probably during 4. I think
You
5
said
starts.
before 5.
Yeah, but 5 starts what, a few months after 4? Because when what's his name
Oh.
arrives on at
I know
when
what he's talking about.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure when what's his name arrives to in Italy, it was only a few months after what happened in 4, right?
One episode, one story involves Italy. So I think that's what he's talking about.
What the fuck did you just say?
One episode involves Italy.
So we're in Golden Wind territory, is what you're telling me.
One episode involves Italy.
Everyone get the fuck off this podcast. I'm gonna go watch it right now. I'm just kidding.
He didn't say anything about Golden Wind.
Yeah.
It was
I just
trash.
what the hell? That-
That's just my personal favorite one. Giorno
Yeah,
Giovanni.
It used to be 3 for me, and then I saw 5. I'm like, they're tied. And then when you were watching, and then I was remembering shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's 5.
you feel me?
For me,
Yeah.
it got better and better. Like 3, I'm like, oh, this is dope. 4, I liked a lot. I'm like, oh shit, all these cool stands. And then 5 blew it out the fucking water. I'm like, it's 5.
For me, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, 4 was a dip for you? I thought 4 was cool.
I wasn't too big of a fan of 4.
Okay. But 5, like it just propelled itself. It's like, damn thing, this was made for you. Mafia, fucking lit ass fucking names. Music was dope. Come on.
Jodeci at the end of it.
Yeah, come on.
But was that for part 4 or 5?
No,
Part 5.
and then the enemy characters. Hello? Come on. That is too good.
Fuck him.
Anyway, yeah, I know you're angry, but it's still funny what he does.
When it comes to when part 6 is out, is my question, I guess, to Javi, and if Johan's there, and then to you guys. Are we doing group watches for the first time, or is everyone just doing whatever the
I
fuck
don't
they
know.
wanna
That's a
do?
lot of people to manage fucking schedules. I'm already having a hard time doing that now. So, like,
Yeah.
I think it's just we watch it as best we can and we talk about the episode whenever we can because
I'm down
Getting
to
there.
group watch. Okay. Javi, I'll wait for you then, Javi, if you want. When you want to watch the episodes, you can just let me know.
we'll see about that. I'm not going to commit to anything yet because that'll make, what, 4 of us?
Me, you, Javi.
I think Johan
if
watches
you,
it.
if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
And you guys aren't caught up yet, right? No, Randall gave me that
Thing
face
is, the
like,
Discord
nah.
quality won't be as good. Those are facts too. We can do the
Plex.
flex thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plex has a thing where you can watch together. So it'll send the same feed to you guys. So as long as it's down. We're not talking about when you copy it from your DVD legally into your Plex server, you can stream that quality to everyone.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I do love the whole like what's it called with playing like older games. Like if you download ROMs and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can legally play them if you own the game,
Yeah.
right? And so like I I have all of the games that I have ROMs for like in a box that I can just easily go, yeah, it's it's
This
right
game.
here,
It's right here. So don't come after me. Sorry, you can't.
I'm fine with just watching it after I watch alone just to hear reaction. Yeah. Well,
You don't want to watch it when I watch it because after 5, I get too hype. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Did you watch Super with me? Like, it gets too hype. I'm just yelling. You don't know what's going on.
since I read it, because I'm impatient. That's right, he did read it.
So I doubt people want to watch stuff like anime stuff when it's hype. It becomes inaudible because I'm hype. So
I feel bad for Janyana when we're watching fucking Jujutsu Kaisen because I was yelling. Let me tell you.
yeah.
I had a buddy of mine at the gym actually approached me and was like, I should watch
Jujutsu Kaisen.
yeah.
You did. We'll talk about it next week, but because we finished watching it. Yeah. Oh, it's really good. And
Yeah,
we finished it. We'll talk about it next week. We had a bunch of
All
stuff
right.
to talk about this week.
I'm not gonna tell you that. You'll know who my favorite character is. When you watch it, you're gonna get to a part and you're like,
That's
no
Brian.
explanation.
Anyway, so Brian, I guess you said you do recommend the mini
If you've seen
series.
JoJo, if you've seen JoJo, you're gonna love this. Probably you haven't seen JoJo. Again, lose my number, and then you can call me again when you watch it.
Javi's
That's
like,
why
there's
you and
so
I
many
don't
good
talk right
characters.
now.
Fucking watch JoJo, pussy. He's like,
Yeah,
oh, let me
facts.
watch iRobot instead. It's like
In his
3
defense
JoJo
on there,
episodes.
it's like that's a really old. I mean, it's good to see if it holds up. Like it's such an old movie, so I don't hold that against him. But he still hasn't seen Spider Man yet or Ted Lasso. So like, what are you doing? You
That's what
know?
I'm saying. He's teasing it now. He watched Chaos Walking, but didn't go down to Spider Man. He went from Tom Holland in this iRobot. He
Kelsey,
took
I'm
a
gonna
just
watch
turn.
all of Tom Holland's movies that aren't Spider-Man before I actually watch Spider-Man.
No, I was gonna say watch all the movies from all of the characters in there. Like watch all of Daisy Ridley's movies. Watch who is in Chaos Walking?
Mads
John-
Mikkelsen.
Nick Jonas.
Oh, but he's not in
Yeah.
Spider Man. I meant watch every movie from the people who are in Spider Man. Like watch Marissa Tomei's movies. Watch J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Watch all of their movies first, and then get to Spider Man. They're all in that movie. The guy who plays Birdman in the new Birdman movie.
I was gonna say Steve Harvey
No. Wow.
because let me tell you how my brain went. You said Birdman. I thought Harvey Birdman, Harvey, and then it just somehow went Steve Harvey.
That would have been a different movie if Steve Harvey was playing the fucking Vulture.
He's in Mortal Kombat.
Michael
This-
Keaton?
Michael Keaton's his name. Brian said Steve Harvey for him.
It's
In
Batman.
in JoJo, maybe it's not JoJo. Didn't you used to say Baba Yaga for something?
Boba Yaga.
Baba Yaga for two things.
Yeah.
John Wick, and the second one is for fucking Soul Eater. When you get to Baba Yaga's castle, don't
Yes.
watch the anime. Start reading the manga.
So I was looking through the movies that are things that people have acted in for Daisy Ridley, and she's in something called Baba Yaga from 2020. It got a 10% user score.
Oh my god, I'm good. I guess she plays a witch or something.
So it's sometimes a force of. It looks like it's like a cartoonish thing. Sometimes a force of evil, sometimes a force for good. The enigmatic witch, Baba Yaga uses her powers to protect the forest from villagers. When your mother, the village chief, falls deathly ill, it's up to you and your sister, Magda, to do the unthinkable. Enter the forest, uncover its hidden mysteries, and get the cure from Baba Yaga. And she
Okay.
apparently plays Magda,
Okay.
the sister.
Baba Yaga. Jotaro. Sticky fingers. All right, people. Kelsey, I think you put this news thing there. Can you explain to me what a plural site is?
So Pluralsight is a
This is not an ad, by the way. We're not getting paid for this.
right. I wish. So Pluralsight is like a learning technology site, but they do all sorts of things, like everything from like Scrum and Agile to business creative stuff, and software dev stuff, and they have a ton of different things on it. But seeing as most of my friends are some sort of software developer or do something in the software
realm.
world or IT world, I'm recommending this because I've had several friends that when I posted this, say that they use it and that it's really great. It's free for the entire month of April. You can sign up for free. It doesn't ask you to like input a credit card or anything. It just asks you some basic information like your name, what company you work for, and what your title is, and then tells you go through the list of things that they offer and pick subjects that you're interested in, and I think it'll tailor some of your stuff to that. But it's got a massive list of things that you can go through and start learning about. They have courses from everything from intro to advanced, and you can take what they call an IQ test for whatever subject it is, and it'll tell you kind of where you are in that, what videos and things you should start with.
Gotcha. And people, if you guys want to go to that, it's pluralsight.com, pluralsight.com.
And if you search Plural Site free for April, it'll come up for it. And they talked about how they did it last year, and then it was a huge hit, so they're doing it again this year. It's free. There's a ton of stuff to look at. I've already started watching some videos, and they have really great introductions. Some of the courses have like an overview of like what you're going to learn, how deep you can go into it, what you can do with it, so that like if you look at something and you go, oh, like maybe I want to do machine learning, and you click on the video and you go, I don't want to do machine learning anymore.
And I mean, you guys were in a time where everyone's inside the house doing nothing. You have no excuse. It's free. You have a computer. You can learn the code. Like, that's a great asset to know. Learn the code. And it's free information. Do it.
Free
I would-
information.
Hey, Brian.
I would definitely use this as like a starter, because it's
Yeah.
it's a paid website that already has like a great layout of how to do things. And then, from there, once your trial ends, if you want to continue, go for it, or you can just start like searching for things online, because at that point, within the first month, you should be able to get a pretty decent set of skills for a basic understanding.
Yes.
Not to mention YouTube is out there, and you could probably learn to be a surgeon from YouTube. I'm not gonna lie.
We're not gonna stamp this, but probably like I'm not gonna completely co-sign it, but you can learn a lot from YouTube. Javi says, "Say flaccid pancake like you're summoning your stand." Flaccid pancake. That sounded really bad. I'll try again later.
You should practice that and come back next week after you've seen the show.
It's not out next week.
Flaccid pancake.
Brian sounded
Well,
like he was
make it
super
come out
hungry.
next week.
If I could, I would, man. Are you kidding? I hit him.
I could. I would.
I would. What were you gonna say, Randall?
Something smart.
Then say it. We want to hear smart things.
It was about you.
Oh no! Say it. What the hell?
It's not that serious, bro.
I want to laugh.
It is
What?
that serious. Let's go.
No, I was just going to tell Brian, like, he always feels like no one remembers when he says things. And I was going to tell him that I told you about Pluralsight a long time ago.
I didn't put this down though. It was him.
Huh? I know.
Okay.
But your response was like it was the first time you had heard about it.
I mean, Randall, I am the best actor here combined. I mean,
I don't know.
right?
I've been pretending to be your friend for 6 years now.
He got me. He fucking got me. That's a burn right there. He got me.
What is the
I think you're
ultimate plan
pregnant
now?
now.
To seduce me.
That wouldn't make very much sense.
Randall, we're not here to make sense. We're here to make dollars, bro. Okay? Fuck. Oh my god, we're dumb. Anyway, so that's all for the news. Notable releases this week. We have. What's up, Brian?
I'll ask you about the olds.
I still have that thing about Attack on Titan too. If you wanted to hear that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, because Brian just blew my fucking mind. I don't know what the hell he just said to me.
So Attack on Titan season 4. There's 4 seasons out, I think, right now.
I haven't followed it. I don't know.
So like we were talking earlier about like Game of Thrones and Chuck and everything and Scrubs, like it's like amazing, and then you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I've seen Attack on Titan be described as like where they draw the horse and it progressively gets worse.
Yeah.
About Game of Thrones, this just gets progressively more intricate. And somebody posted the picture, and the 4th season, it was wearing armor. There were flames. It was just awesome. Okay, and my brother's been telling me about it, and it's like, dude, shit just hits the fan. Like it's just amazing, and that I need to watch it. And so I was like, okay, I'll eventually get around to it. And then my neighbor's daughter, who's getting really into anime, has started watching, has like just finished it. And you've seen the first season, haven't you?
I've seen the first one, yes.
Okay, so you know how like they're like, get attached to these characters. Dead.
They're like, we don't give a fuck if you like that character.
She really likes Attack on Titan, but she also really likes like sad things. And when I'm gonna try and explain this.
Okay.
So she loves like sappy romantic movies,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And she's watching Attack on Titan and just bawling her eyes out while she's watching Attack on Titan. And the mom had to keep going in there and be like,
Are you okay?
Sweetie, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? They all died, Mom.
He would
and-
hate Jiraiya's death.
right?
Damn, he threw that all out.
But eventually the mom like I was talking. We were over there for Easter Sunday, and I was talking to her about it. She's like, she'd just be in there bawling, and then it would get quiet. Then 10 minutes later, she'd be bawling again. I didn't know what was going on. I'd have to go check on her, make sure everything's okay.
She's fine. She's
And
growing as a
eventually she's
human
like-
being.
Yeah, and eventually she was like, I guess it's just whatever's going on in the anime, that she's doing or that she's watching that's causing her to do this. And so I just have stopped asking. But she binged all 4 seasons and said that it was really awesome too.
Okay.
And that like they really start throwing, especially in season 4, they really just start throwing information at you. Shit hits the fan, everything's going wrong and everything's going right. So I might have to
damn.
pick that up here soon.
I gotta rewatch it because, like I said, I saw the first season and then read a bit of the manga ahead because I was like hooked, and then I dropped off of the manga. So it's probably gonna be a rewatch for me.
I've seen bits of this new season, watching friends watch it. And it's whatever. I can't get past season 1. They just disrespected me too much with the way they wrote that season.
Okay. Rewatch it
There's
before
a-
part 6 starts. I'm talking about
watch Attack on Titan. Or wait, is he saying rewatch JoJo?
yeah. If I'm rewatching JoJo, what I'm rewatching is Golden Wind. I fucking love Golden Wind.
Did
The
you watch it in
garbage series?
English?
Me? No, I watched it in
Okay,
Japanese.
good. Okay. We watch out.
Remember, because I watched all of it, and then you guys waited until I finished it to tell me that there was an English one of Golden Wind.
Oh.
That got me tight a little bit.
Yeah, because we wanted you to watch it properly.
I don't have a horse in any of those. If it's in English, I'd prefer to listen to it in English because I can just enjoy watching it.
I mean, I don't trust me. I get it. There's lots of like I tried watching, what is it? No Game No Life in English. Holy shit, is it awful compared to the Japanese version?
Yeah, that one I had to swap because I think they had it on Hulu, and I was watching it dubbed on Hulu, but they also have the sub one on Hulu. So I swapped the sub because the dub one it didn't match the people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the very first episode, you like when the 2 main characters are interacting, and you hear it in Japanese, and you're like, yes, okay, makes sense. And then you hear it in English, and you're going, what garbage did I just listen to? What was that?
For me, it was reverse. I heard it in English first, so I'm like, it doesn't sound right. So then I backed out, heard the Japanese one. I'm like, that sounds better, and I just watched the rest of it in Japanese.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, we're moving on. Sorry. Releases this
Notable
week.
releases.
Yeah, we have the new Oddworld game Soulstorm's coming out this week, and Farm Manager 2021 for all you farm manager players, for any manager players out there. I think those games are actually selling a decent amount because they keep making more.
You could connect your farmersonly.com membership to that.
Yes, you get actually exclusive content when you do that. You can get if you put them together, your overall you can have a cock hole in it.
Okay.
I know. I hope you learn not to fucking involve me in those. For movies, I didn't see anything that I saw that I was waiting for. I still need to go watch the Bob Odenkirk movie, Nobody. That's on my backlog.
Voyagers looked really good, with the one with Colin Farrell and Ty Sheridan in it.
Is that? Oh, that's coming out this week.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Where'd you get your list from? What are you looking at?
whatever the link is that you have in there. I clicked
The
on
Fandango
movies
list, right? It's there.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Am I
and, opening
blind?
this week.
Hold on.
Voyagers, Vakil Saab, Held, Mafi, and Nizhal.
Give me a sec.
Hall.
That's
You
now
on it,
playing. Why is it showing me now playing?
There's
I'm
an
just-
opening this week above that at least on the
Oh,
desktop.
I see it. The
thing.
pink, the Okay, Voyagers. I see it. Yeah, I saw that was like a sex movie, so I moved on. I just saw the cover. I didn't click on the movie.
With the future of the human race at stake, a group of young men and women bred for intelligence and obedience, embark on an expedition to colonize a distant planet. But when they uncover disturbing secrets about the mission, they defy their training and begin to explore their most primitive natures.
So sex
As
movie.
life on the ship descends into chaos, they're consumed by fear, lust, and insatiable hunger for power.
I saw that. I thought, Kelsey, I saw that poster. I didn't know it was called Voyagers. I'm like, that's a sex movie, and moved on. You just confirmed to me that it was a sex movie.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what I'm actually laughing at. When we get off.
Is it too gross to say it on air?
I don't want to say it on here, but it's
Okay.
funny.
Well, I'm almost done. Give me just remember it. And then for music, if you're a fan of Brockhampton, they got a new project coming out this week, so I'll probably be listening to that. I might review that next week, but I still got to review the Justin Bieber stuff. I might do this one instead because I like Brockhampton more. That's all for the releases that I saw, Brian. Unless you checked out the music, you can add some on there.
I didn't. Let me go look.
Gotcha. While he looks, the free games for the week right now, if you're watching this live on Monday of this week, you can claim Tales of the Neon Sea on Epic Games Store, which looks like a futuristic LA noir type of like detective game, which looks pretty cool. And then
Makes me think of Miami Vice.
yeah,
For, like the colors and things.
the bright neon, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Cheap Trick has an album or whatever coming out, and Taylor Swift has something coming out.
I heard
Gotcha.
cheap forever.
Cheap Trick, right? They don't they sing Surrender? Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody poops but me.
And then for later this week, I guess for the people who are watching this or listening to this on Friday when it releases for everybody, about 3 out of 10 season 2. That's a game you can claim on Epic Games Store. It might be a narrative game, but season 2 of that.
Okay.
And that is it for the episode, people. Randall, what are you doing this week?
Gym work. I worked on panels
How's that surprisingly, Randall?
because I had no intentions on doing that. It just randomly popped up. Like it started out with me trying to fix one thing, and then it turned into me doing everything.
Okay.
What am I going to work on? I think I might try to start a motion graphics thing, like an animation of this logo. It's not really a logo, but like an animation.
Your logo or
No. It's something that I drew in a book a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
That I want to animate.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna model that and then animate it, and then try to figure out if I want to render it in Maya or if I want to try to mess around with it in Unreal Engine and see if I can get Unreal to look like the software render. If I can, then I might use Unreal. I'll probably just do both and compare at the end and see which one looks better.
If you're doing some R&D, it doesn't hurt to do both and then compare it.
So I'm probably gonna do that this week.
Lit.
I still haven't figured out any games to play, so I don't feel like playing.
I was gonna ask you if did you finish Hitman?
Yeah, I don't feel like playing Hitman.
You like lost the spark, or you just is it too overwhelming to? You were looking for something to just jump in and play.
No, it ain't that. It's I don't know. I don't know why I don't feel like playing it. To be honest with you, I don't have a good answer for that.
I mean, that happens. Some people just get burnt out of gaming and they're just.
No, that's the thing. I want to play games, but I don't feel like playing any fighting games, and I'm not playing Madden. So
Well, I mean, how long was Strive pushed to?
June 11th.
Fuck. Okay, I was gonna say, Guilty Gear was coming out soon, but it was pushed to June, so never mind.
It's almost like there's a game that came out around the time I was in college.
Yeah.
You just play this game and it takes up so much of your time, and It has a show on Netflix. They just finished wrapping the second season
I
of it.
do not feel like playing Witcher
How do you know you feel like playing if you don't know nothing about it?
because of the type of game that it is.
You don't even know. You never played it.
Okay.
You always play Mass Effect
Heck no.
or Bioshock.
Those games are like too involved, man. Too involved.
Why don't you get Forza Horizon? It's on PC now.
I wish there was a new Gran Turismo
There is.
for
Yeah,
PS5.
Not 5, but for 4.
No.
Did you play the 4 one?
Yeah, I played the 4 one.
Oh, well then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I would say play Forza, man.
Yeah, Gran Turismo Sport was the last one they've released. That was 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
You should get, since you want Gran Turismo, that's like the simulation one. Try Forza Motorsport, not Horizon. Not the one you see me play because that's like arcadey. Like the way a guy doing the dances and shit. That's not the one I'm talking about. There's another one called Forza Motorsport, and that's geared for the people who like playing like games like Gran Turismo or Project Cars. Project Cars is like ridiculous visuals.
God.
You could play Need for Speed Heat.
Oh,
That's a joke, Randall.
yeah. I don't know, man. That's usually when I play a game, it's because like I have a craving to want to play it.
Randall, you just gotta get. If you don't have a Game Pass, get Game Pass and just start playing some games on there. Like that's the point of Game Pass. Go in there and just like,
I feel like he's thinking too much about thinking about playing something.
yeah, like just
So what if I
load
don't
something
like
up.
this?
Did find out
Well,
that if
because
you
I
have
know I know how I am. Like,
we all know how you are.
I go through a list.
Soft
I go
on
through a
the
list of
inside.
games that I have, and then I load it up, and then I'm like, I don't feel like playing this, and then I exit out.
Well, I'm
And then I
saying.
load something else up, and I don't feel like playing this.
Well, I mean, it's games that you don't know that you have. Like not that's not what I meant. The games that you don't own yet. Like Game Pass is just it's a revolve. They add games, so they remove games. You just go through it and be like, that looks interesting. Let me try it. Download it and play it, and then uninstall it if you don't like it. Like
Apparently, with Game Pass, if you get Game Pass, you can link your Origin account to it, and you can actually play a ton of games from
EA.
EA on there too. I didn't know that. I just recently like started linking stuff just to link it, and then it was like, oh hey, by the way, and
Yeah,
it's
EA
like all
Play.
the games that I had originally paid the whatever the month $15 for to play.
I think I went on this podcast and told you about it, dude. I was like, hey, EA Play is now part of Game Pass.
Anthony, while we were watching the Game Awards, and they said Supergiant said they made Bastion and Transistor. The trailer ended. He saw the logo, said, "Didn't they make Bastion and Transistor?"
Didn't they make Bastion and Transistor?
But yeah,
Do you really think he remembers what you said last episode?
but it was part of the podcast, so I imagine he would. All right. Well, yeah, get Game Pass, dude. Like that's
I already have Origins though.
the EA Play one.
Whatever that membership is.
Well, I mean, Game Pass and that is separate. Like Game Pass has its own catalog of games. It's just that if
I
you,
know, but I'm saying then that's another membership I gotta pay for.
well, you're not playing anything on EA Play right now, so cancel it and just
Game Pass
do.
one is also only like
God.
$1.
What'd he say?
If you haven't signed up for Game Pass, your first month is $1.
Oh.
And then it's only like $5 after that.
I didn't think that the guy whose channel's name is Loaded Up is trying to find reasons to not load it up.
Just load up something. Literally, like when you want to play games, you don't know
I'm
what
not
game to
saying
play.
I didn't load anything up. I'm saying like exactly what I said earlier. Like I tried to play a bunch of games these past couple of days or week, and I'm like, I don't feel like playing this. And then I would just
Can we just change your channel to Try to Load It Up? You think that rolls off the tongue?
Try to load it up. I don't know, but you got to play something, man. Like to completion, not a little bit. I don't feel like playing it. Tough it out, especially smaller games, like a small side-scrolling game or something. I have to go check Game Pass to recommend stuff to you, but I don't remember what's on there now.
I've thought about running through God of War game.
Do that.
On
There's
PS5.
because they have a PS5 patch, so it'll run better. It'll look nicer.
Have you played any of the Demon Souls, Dark Souls stuff?
I want you to say the title of that game out loud and then ask.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not you don't play
He doesn't
games like that?
He doesn't like demonic stuff in any way,
I
unless it's Doom. I've seen him.
mean, they
gearing
have-
up.
I have not played no Doom, man.
mean, they have
I mean-
demons and things in God of War.
Those are facts.
They do?
Those are demons that you're fighting.
Well, they're all hellions. Like everything that
Anthony.
he fights is some sort of hellion.
I can give you one example that sleeps him right now. You ready?
Ooh, let's go.
Let's hear it.
Randall, you like
Get your
Justice
finger
League,
ready.
right?
Hey. Get your finger ready, Anthony, for the
Oh,
facts.
You're
thing.
right. I'm here. I'm ready.
Randall, you like Justice League, right? You said you liked the movie.
Before I answer this question, I thought we
Yes
were
or no?
friends. I thought
Yes
we
or
were
no?
friends.
I'm on the side of justice always.
Oh, so you
should know
sacrifice
For
your
years.
friends under the guillotine for justice.
That's what John
For
Cena would do.
years. For years, people were telling me, "Oh, why are you always choosing sides?" I don't. I'm on the side of justice. Anthony, confirm or deny this. See? So you like Justice League, right?
The team?
The movie.
Yes. You
There's
want to bring up
parademons in it.
parademons?
It's
But
parademons.
they don't come from hell, though.
They're demons, though.
But they're
No,
yeah, they're
it's
still,
not the same.
again,
It's not the same.
Again, if that is if coming from hell is like the thing that you're talking about, like that's everything that is in God of War. They're all hell demons that are coming up.
they're not from
I got
your
another-
hell, but they're from the hell of that lore.
I got another counter one for him, Anthony. Get the button ready.
Oh, hold on. Let me drink this water first. Go for it.
Randall, you like that movie that we saw about hide and seek, right?
Oh, ready or not?
I don't want to talk about that movie, man.
I don't know.
That's real talk. That's the one part of the movie that I really, really hate. And what's funny is when I first watched it and they said that during the thing,
The same
as soon
thing?
as they said that, I did fast forward.
Oh my god! I mean, that's the part of the story, and it makes sense because I mean, they made a deal with
Okay,
it.
yeah, thanks.
They
You
made
don't have to reiterate it.
oh, my bad. So that's it.
I'm on the side of justice. Years I've claimed my set.
Are you gonna? So you finished? You gonna do the 3D the animation? What else? Load up Game Pass. Try it. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of games on Game Pass, man.
Randall, I'm gonna give you a game that you can be involved in it and enjoy it, or you can just turn your brain off and enjoy it. Because you haven't played Hades yet, all right?
Yeah, man. Hades is fun as shit.
You
Also
can turn
has
your
demons
brain
in
off,
it.
slap shit, right?
Kelsey, just hey, relax. Let's let him load it up first, and then
Wait, what did he say?
It says he's like it also has demons in it because you're coming from
You're literally in hell.
You're literally in hell, getting out of there.
No, that's the underworld. That's not hell.
Okay, but I mean it's their hell. The same way like God of War is not. It's not called hell. It's a different thing, but it's their hell, right? Like,
Yeah, but the word hell just means mankind's common grave. When I say demonic, I mean that anything that is directly tied to Satan himself.
well, that's part of
mean,
God of
nothing-
War. Like
Nothing in Demon Souls or Dark Souls is tied to tied to that.
Yeah, it's a different type of demon. Like they're just demonic, but it's not. There's nothing like hail Satan or anything red, or there's nothing like with those symbols or anything that I know
Like
of.
Doom.
Doom is that's hell.
Yeah, that is hell. Yeah,
That
So
is-
that's not a park, a action park or
It
whatever.
might be an amusement park right
Amusement
next
park?
to you know how there's Calypso Bay and then Rapids. This is Disney World's Calypso Bay.
You would think that like he would like Doom because he's killing satanic demons.
Yeah, I thought he would
you're on the
fucking
right
be
side.
I thought he would be about it too.
Like every kid just yells "Amen" or something.
Right? Let's go.
What kind of cheesy?
We're making 80s flicks.
Because when I kill demons, it's for my lord. Let me
Yeah.
be clear.
Wait, you play that game?
I
No,
didn't play the new Dooms. I played the older ones. For
All
my
right.
lord, of course.
Did
Kelsey?
you watch me play Doom Eternal, Randall?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Played it with your eyes.
All right, Kelsey, what you doing this week?
I don't know, man. Like I've just been kind of all over the place recently.
I think that's like the third week where you just defeated, said, I don't know.
Cause like so I've been putting a lot of hours into Disgaea,
Friends.
the original Disgaea, and I finally hit a roadblock and then finally got to start progressing again with what I was trying to do. and then finally got the weapon that I needed to travel through the item world to get another weapon that I needed. Only it doesn't seem to be working the same way that it's described, that I remember, or that it's described in the docs or in the guides and things. And I don't know if it's necessarily because I just haven't hit it yet, or if it's just because they made a change on the PC version, which
Okay.
is a possibility. Because what happens is when you get a legendary version of a weapon, and you go in, when you go into the item world, if the item is normal, it's got like 30 levels of item world that you can go into and increase its weapons stats by 30 times, and then a rare you can go 60, and then legendary you can go 100, and then the ultimate weapons you can go 110 because there's like a second item god or something.
Okay.
And in order, if you can't manage to find somebody who's holding a legendary version of the weapon to steal it from, you have to go into a legendary version of like a lower tier item. So like the top three are item rank 41, 40, and 39, I believe. Or maybe it's 40, 39, 38, whatever. So I'm on like the second from the top legendary. I go down all 100 levels, and the item god there is supposed to have the weapon, the next level of the weapon
The next iteration
that I
of it.
need.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what you're supposed to do is you get to it, you use an item to get you out of the item world, save, and if he doesn't have the legendary version, and then go back in and just keep doing it until he has the legendary version.
Mhm.
Only he had a regular version when I showed up, and then when I went out and went back in, he didn't have the weapon anymore, and he hasn't spawned with the weapon. And so I've got like 60 hours into this, and I'm just like, I really don't want to have to spend another, 10, 15 hours trying to find this fucking weapon again to go another 100 levels just to get this, stupid thing again. And
Nope.
so I'm just kind of burnt.
Yeah. I think it's
You
time to
know?
place it down for a bit. Get
And then
away
just be
from
like,
it. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I did make a ton of progress. I unlocked a whole bunch of the characters, got them leveled up, started doing the whole 22 hours thing where, you keep resetting your character to level 1.
Okay.
I did that a bunch and made him like super strong. But I'm just kind of like, if this dude doesn't have the weapon, I just don't care anymore. Like
At
I
that point, you
don't
wasted
give a
time.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I haven't really wanted to play anything,
Oh
and
no.
so when I am playing stuff, it's something that I don't have to think about. Which this guy is something I don't have to think about, which is why I got through like all of Chuck and all those movies this weekend, because I'm just like, I have nothing to do, nothing that I want to do.
Gotcha. Have you checked the
I don't
Game Pass
know.
to see if there's anything new that's been added that you're curious about?
Those things, like I don't want to do anything new either. Like
Oh, okay.
I can't. You hit that block where you're like, you want to play something that is like what you used to play but newer, so it's exciting again.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, there's nothing like that, and so you're just kind of there. You
Twiddling
spend
your
the
thumbs.
4 hours. Spend 4 hours looking through Netflix and the Plex server and whatever, going, I want to watch something, but I don't know what I want to watch. And then you find it and you go, I really don't want to watch this.
I think that's sort of
I'm
what
just gonna
Randall's going through right now.
So I guess something that fits your criteria. Would you
What's
say a
up?
game from 2012 is like old enough for you to want to play?
I mean, I'll play.
That has a newly announced season pass with one character in early access.
Here we go. Is it on sale right now, or did we
Not on
miss
sale
that?
right now, but
Damn
it's been on sale.
I don't really play fighting games like you guys do.
One way to start playing them, just play it.
I've thought about getting back into Apex Legends because I've been talking to one of my buddies about it, and they keep doing all this stuff with the season passes and things, or not season passes, but the seasons.
Mhm.
It's a lot of fun. It's also now you can play it from Steam.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know if it launches from Steam or if it
Yep.
launches from.
I announced it, I think, 2 weeks
Origin.
ago on here. I downloaded it on Steam, and you don't need the launcher anymore.
Awesome.
For that game in particular. There's still other games that do on Steam. You need to get the launcher. I'm hoping they update those older games so you don't have to, but
The best thing I can say for you, actually, Kelsey, this is not a schoolgirl's advertisement.
First,
Just do zombies in the new Call of Duty. You can
Yes.
turn your brain off. You can level
Yes.
weapons and just get skins, and you can do whatever you want on the side.
Those
Yeah.
are facts. When me and Brian play Outbreak, we're just in there just killing zombies, vibing, getting. But then you start getting to harder levels, and then it goes from just going brain to okay, we got to fucking focus here, because they like one shot you from like they'll reach you from like here, and then you're 75% done in your health, and I'm like, how? And you can
Yeah.
make builds and stuff. So I'm with Brian on that. The zombies for a new one is lit.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just in like kind of a depressed state where like I have like a shit ton of stuff I want to do, but I either don't have time or I'm so exhausted after work and working out that I'm just like I want to go sit down and stare at the ceiling and do nothing.
Gotcha.
You know?
It sounds like you just need a break from life right now. You need a
Yeah.
vacation.
Kind of do. You know, like the pandemic hasn't really helped any because like I mean we haven't gone out and hung out with friends in forever. You know, like people are not wanting to go out because of the pandemic and things, and so and we don't even really go out to eat that often ourselves, and so we're just like stuck in the house. So
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe take a trip. I'm pretty, you have some PTOs.
thought about it,
Yeah.
like seeing if Shannon wants to do like a weekend trip somewhere, maybe take a Friday off and go somewhere.
Well, yeah, I haven't hit that slump, and I hope I never do.
I hope so too. Like I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I think it's just kind of a shitty feeling. You know, you have cause like I said, like I have like all these animes that I want to catch up on, but I just don't have the energy or drive to watch them. I really want to work on the car, but just don't have the energy to or time to work on it. You know, I feel like all I do is work and then go to the gym
Yeah,
and
you
then
do.
come
Papa.
home and you know and sit down and do nothing for 3 or 4 hours and then go to sleep.
Yeah, you might need to take a vacation. Just get away from your house. You got to find a way to like
Yeah.
take a vacation or something. Just forget about it, and don't get on social media and shit while you're out for whatever vacation you take.
Yeah.
And just literally take a break.
I don't know if this will help you or not, but I recently started breaking up the monotony because I work from home. So I started eating outside just for a change of scenery. It may not be
A huge
on the
thing.
same level as you are as far as like boredom or unmotivated, but it helped me a lot. You know, like because I'm sitting in my room. I get up in the morning. I'm sitting in my room. I start working, and
Yep.
this is before. And then I would eat lunch. I'm sitting in my room. I'm eating lunch, and then I start working again, and I'm sitting in my room. Then I go to the gym, shower, whatever. Come back. Guess
And you're
where I'm
sitting in
at?
your room.
I'm sitting in my room again. I'm sitting in this chair my entire life.
This chair,
Yep.
the one he
this
brought
chair.
in.
Yeah,
So
I know the feeling. Like I live in this room. You know, the only thing I get out, like I go outside and play with the dogs. They come and bother me. They know they have a time schedule. They know because on certain days I have meetings from 9 until 11:30, and so they wait till 11:30. And then other days I only have meetings from like 9 to 10:30, and then they wait till then, and then they come and bother me. And I'll go outside and either sit in the pool and throw the ball or something for like 15, 30 minutes. But we do that a couple times a day, and then going to the gym, and then come back in and here and doing nothing but sitting here watching the computer, and then I'll go to the gym, and then come home and sit back down here,
So
and then
that's
at
why
11:30 at night they do the same thing.
So I started implementing this thing where I'm not gonna say I forced myself because I actually enjoy it, but I started eating outside. I go sit outside and I eat, and I like spend my lunch pretty much outside for like an hour. And then I also implemented this other thing that I learned online or that I read online where like you work for 45 minutes and then you take a break for 17. And you keep doing that over and over and over and over. The thing is that when you take that 17-minute break, you cannot be in your room. You got to go somewhere else. You have to physically go somewhere else, even if it
Yeah.
means like going outside. And that junk helped me a lot because I was falling. I have fell into that exact slump that you're feeling right now. I didn't want to do any art. I didn't want to watch any movies. I didn't want to play any games. I would literally go through Plex, go through Amazon Prime Video, looking through junk. I would be there for like 45 minutes, like trying to find the perfect movie to watch. And then when I finally watch it, I'm gonna get to it. I'm like, I don't really feel like watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I have like all these TV shows and things like that I've either watched before or that like I really want to watch, anime, movies, the works, and I'm just like, I'm gonna watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I already know what it's about. I don't have to think, you know.
I'm pretty sure the last new game I got myself to start playing was that time I streamed Spiritfarer. Everything else is old games I've played before, just a sequel.
Oh, I guess so. Damn, I can't add anything to this.
gets-
I'm not.
I know what they mean too, not to the extent because I don't work from here, but like YouTube helped in the way that it gives me new hobbies by accident. So like if you're ever bored, I'm into battle rap now.
Yeah, I've been scrolling through YouTube and things too. The sad part is that right now most of it is just like Naruto clips of things. Like, I haven't even watched any Naruto clips. Like I don't know why it's there,
That's
but
really
it's
weird.
literally just nothing like that's not true. I've watched a couple, but it's not like enough to be. Like when you watch that where you like look for like one thing
Yeah.
on Amazon and then all of a sudden it starts showing up just everywhere. Facebook,
Mhm.
just Google ads, the works, and you're like, bro, I only bought one massive pack of underwear. I don't need this every day of my life. Like
I looked at
Mhm.
one dildo on Amazon. Now it's everywhere.
exactly. I've already got a collection of 16. I don't need any more.
Exactly, right? How many holes do you want me to cover?
But I think in your particular situation, it's kind of similar to what I was going through.
That's what it sounds like.
And it's not your mind, it's your body. Your body is tired because it's doing the same exact thing for a long
All
period
day,
of
every
time.
day.
And it's like you're almost like forming some sort of cocoon. So that's why you don't your brain is not allowing you to like enjoy things because your body is still saying we're still in the same exact spot. So
Yeah.
changing scenery refreshes your body. At least this is what I read and it's helped me. And like it helps me focus, and now I'm back to being more motivated and watching stuff. It's just that for whatever reason I can't find a game to play. But
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
everything else is fine, like my art and all that stuff.
The three things I would say is you go on some kind of media and just find something new to get into. Start a new hobby. Like on Instagram, I don't even look at the bullshit people post. I just look at art tutorials now for no reason. I start looking through. There's a page called like art tips. I just look at it now. I would say do that, and sometimes just jumping into something even if you don't give a shit. Like I last year I maybe listened to 10 things. The things on my list was all I did, and now it's just like, you know what, fuck it, and I hit play, and then it rushes back, kind of. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I've actually been watching a lot of videos on how to make my own clothing, just because I thought it was like a really cool
I mean, that is really
thing
cool.
to do. So there's one of the women I work out with, like she doesn't buy clothes. She works at a fabric company and literally just makes everything that she owns. Like unless it's
That's
got
really
like something like like this on it.
Mhm.
If it's just a pattern, she made it. It's stretchy stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. She's probably made all of it. And I was like talking to her about it, and I was like, that would be really cool to do. Like make your own stuff. So I watched like 50 or 60 videos on how to make dresses and skirts and t-shirts and pants and all sorts of stuff.
That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna make your first like pants or shirt? Or
I talked to Shannon about it. And she's like, you have too much other shit on your plate. You need to finish that.
I think your car is your golden ticket. Once you finish that car, you'll be she can't say shit.
Yeah, like working on a car would probably be excellent for you because you need to physically
Move everything.
move somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like every time I walk by the car, I'm like, fuck, I really need to get this done. I really want to get this done. And like even like 2 weeks ago, I was like, I'm gonna start working on the car. I really want to start working on the car because I really want to get it done. I really want to like start enjoying the car and get the garage and things cleaned up. But then like every time the only time I have time to do it is usually after I'm done working out. And at that point it's, I'm either here on Mondays or it's,
Mhm.
9:30 at night. And I'm like, I just want to go home, sit down and relax.
Another
Gotcha.
thing if you feel guilty about spending any money on yourself, like I do, if you buy yourself something towards something you need to finish, you're like, well, I gotta fucking use this, and then you might actually work on the car. So like, buy a tool, and you're like, well, fuck, I guess I gotta use it.
So the $12,000 and shit that's sitting in my garage would disagree with you.
Jeez.
Between all the like, I've already bought everything I think for the most part to finish the car. I think the only thing I have left to get is maybe some sensors and then some catalytic converters and then whatever couplers and things I'm gonna put on it. But that's it, and that's like end stage, whenever I get there that I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. Brian?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of floating through time right now. Like I feel like I'm back working on our company together. Like I feel like I'm just stressed from work, coming home, going like I want to do something, but I don't know what I want to do, and then nothing gets done.
I don't know how to help you in any way.
There's really not much you guys can do. Like I mean, it's fun to sit here and talk about this stuff. It gets my mind off some things, but it's just one of those things that I either have to like Randall said, change something. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll come home from working out or something, or maybe during my lunch period I'll go down and like unscrew a nut on the car. At least it's doing something.
I don't like the way you said nut to me just now. So, but
I like the
continue.
way he said nut to me.
I saw Brian's eyes light up. He was like,
Yeah,
but I mean,
fuck
that's
that heavy.
but to get back to it, yeah, that you could do that. That's still progress, even if
Yeah,
it's
just
a
jump in.
1%. Like it's progress. All right. Well, Brian, what are you doing this week? Oh no, you're not streaming anymore. You're done.
Yeah, I'm taking a month break.
A
from
month
that shit.
break. Oh snap! So what we
"What?
doing?
Break?
Not
is
to
wrong with you?"
not to hop on this, but if you sub to Brian and you have no one to sub to this month, you can come over to Split Screen Losers _ and just throw that sub my way. I'm still gonna be
Yeah.
screaming. Thank you,
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't he have an affiliation?
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
You don't have to keep up like a certain.
No,
Oh.
you're
Yeah,
not
once you make
obligated.
affiliated,
You don't
that's
have. Yeah, you don't. You're not obligated to keep it. Like it's not like you're affiliated, so now you have to stream this much. It's not like that.
it feels like I'm like, bitch, I'm on YouTube now. I don't give a shit. I'm
Ooh,
taking a break
shit.
off
Well, you don't have to. You just don't have to be affiliated, Brian. You don't have to go to Twitch or YouTube for that.
completely. I don't
Oh,
like
my-
their energy. I'm going somewhere else, Anthony.
I ain't fighting you on that,
I'm
brother.
a bad bitch. All right.
Ain't no one say you were a good bitch. Okay.
So what the hell am I
I'm
doing?
a bad bitch. I don't know what time that is.
We're not watching a movie tomorrow, are we?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is if you, I kept trying to keep that in the back of my head, so that I could ask it after everybody was done.
We can discuss it. We can discuss it after this.
If
We're
that's
trying
the
to wrap
case,
up here.
if that's the case, movie tomorrow, and before that, my Google Calendar is kind of just become reoccurring tasks that are no longer being done. So I need to reclean through that. Then after Tuesday, Wednesday, it's co-op day. I'm still gonna be on your stream. We're playing some, and then and then on Thursday, I'm probably just gonna fucking work on some music, and then Friday, maybe even more music. Maybe I might actually start drawing stuff because I have programs and things. Like I found out how to use my tablet as like a fake like
Wacom?
drawing. Yeah, so I want to start trying to do that too.
Nice. You have resources.
Yeah, all of my Instagram, I scroll past people I know and just go to the tutorials now.
Why don't you just go to the pages and scroll through it, like their actual pages?
Because I follow like hashtags and things. So on Instagram, you can
Oh,
follow
I see.
hashtags.
I see.
So
Yeah.
you can just go through and do things like that.
You should sign up with that plural site like Kelsey was talking about because it has.
I have art stuff too.
Yeah, because I used to have it. I used to have a membership to it, and it has stuff on all sorts of art stuff, 2D, 3D, animation, everything.
There you go. Not an ad, but Pluralsight. If you want to throw money at someone to promote your stuff, we're all ears. Anywho, but yeah, go to that. It's a free month, so
I gotta keep working on the idea I had where I use people's art as reference. I have something like a rough or something I can finish. I got myself a new my old MIDI keyboard died, so I replaced it. So that was my one thing where I felt like I shouldn't have bought it, but I had to, so I had to use it.
Got it.
The
$12,000 sitting in my garage will disagree with you. That was a good line.
I mean, every time I go down there, I just look at all the parts, just sitting there.
Okay.
Like, I really just need to get
the
the whole thing back together.
band.
Yeah. Me, Anthony, and Leo. And then maybe you
Oh,
two can
shit.
join.
I wonder how
was
he's
just there to
doing.
literally drink your Mountain Dew and level you up. That's all I did.
Those
While
are
you guys-
facts. Those are facts.
Which in turn actually made it worse. Because the game punishes you for playing the fucking game and using its own fucking mechanics.
That game sucks, but we don't have time to tell anyone
Yeah.
how badly that game sucks.
Fucking
So that,
platinumed or whatever the Xbox version is.
Yeah.
that's the goal from here to Friday. My weekend, I don't know what's going on. Whoever summons me first, I guess.
Gotcha.
Dude, I've been trying to get you up here for months.
Yeah. So don't even say that out
Whoever
loud. 'Cause-
summons me into their Discord channel first. You know?
Got it. About to say, because Kelsey's like facts been saying to you to go over there for quite some time.
Yeah.
All right. What? Yeah.
Anthony.
What I'm doing? No, I got it. Go ahead, Brian.
What are you doing, man?
What I'm doing? That's insane. What I'm doing. I'm gonna do something that.
Everybody,
Randall
what are you
do-
doing this weekend?
What I'm doing, Kelsey? I'm doing something that Randall doesn't want to be doing. I'm killing demons tomorrow. Okay. We got Ancient Gods Part 2. I'm starting the run tomorrow.
Are you playing Outriders this week at all?
That's Thursday. Yes, sir. Wednesday will be Borderlands 3 with Brian and Hobby, and then Thursday I'm running out the week with Outriders. I have it on Game Pass for a console, so I'm gonna be streaming it from there.
right.
And giving that a shot, see how that plays. I played the demo and,
Oh,
and
we
I
can
wasn't
catch a little bit of
really.
it.
Yeah, I played the demo of it, and I wasn't like, oh, I gotta play it. But maybe it's just because it's early game, so we'll see how far I get into it and how much I like it. So that's that. Doom Eternal, Ancient Gods Part 2 tomorrow, Borderlands 3 Wednesday, Outriders Thursday. And then I don't think I'm streaming throughout the weekend. I'm actually got to clear out my garage for my gym. I got to start setting up, so I'm going to be
Are you
busy.
building your own power rack?
No, I bought a power rack and a bar. I just need to find a place to buy plates that are cheap.
Amazon.
IKEA.
I don't know if it's probably a lot more expensive now, but I got
me. Brian got me. He got me. He fucking got me. You hear what he said?
no. He said IKEA.
Yeah. He got me.
I bought like 300 pounds on Amazon for like $200.
Oh, that's cheap. Because it's usually like $1 a pound most of the time.
Yeah.
Was it
you'd
on
have to
sale?
look,
Oh, okay.
maybe. This was years ago.
Got it. Okay. 'Cause I still need to get that.
Ooh. You say you're 2000 and late.
Yeah, but I'm mostly going to be doing this weekend is driving to the dump waste disposal to throw out a bunch of shit that's in my garage. And then
You gonna get rid of that landmine I left?
no, I want that there because if I step on it, I deserve to die. So, and that's it for the week, and that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week with Jujutsu Kaisen review. What else do I got? Maybe some Kengan Ashura. I'll see if I can watch a new movie this week. And then for music, I don't even know. Probably the Justin Bieber review. That's all I got. We'll see what everyone else brings in. Thank you,
Jujutsu
guys.
Kaisen as well.
Right. I'm looking at the weights. They're like $600-800 for a 300-pound set.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, damn, I gotta find a cheaper.
I told you, Ryan said he gets you a discount.
Well, I mean, I haven't had an update since then, so I'm just saying I still gotta get it. I'm not buying
Honestly-
anything. I'm just saying.
Honestly, I would look at Facebook Marketplace. People sell shit on there like brand new for a quarter of what it costs.
Okay. I guess so.
My landmines.
You said with dry semen on it, Randall? Is that what you said?
No, that's not what I said.
You and
That's
semen,
how,
Randall.
that's how I
What's
got
going
my
on?
eyesight back.
Wow. Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Isn't that what Randall said?
Yeah,
After I got my license?
at the Thanksgiving
Yeah.
thing. You were there. It was me, Brian, you, Kelsey, at
And Adam.
My apartment.
and Adam were No, it was your
No, it
apartment.
wasn't at your
It was at somebody else's house. It was at
It was at Sully's house.
Sully's
Oh, it
house.
was at Sully's house. That's right.
And
yeah.
we were sitting on the couch, and then I think I don't know what the fuck happened, but you were rubbing your eye because you said something hit it, and Randall's like, "Oh, semen hit his eye or some shit." And Adam heard you and went,
That was me.
Oh,
yeah,
bro.
Brian was like,
oh, "Yeah, like what the fuck did he just say?" Oh my gosh. We'll be here next week with the same shenanigans. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.